It's showtime. Please have a seat. Gather in. It's Sunday live show after party at Shapes. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Man, I think we're 12 live streams in. We're 12 live streams in, and we got a lot to talk about today. I know you guys might have heard a little bird named Drizzy Drake dropped an incredible diss track, and definitely want to talk about that. We got some other strange stories in the world. You know, we're probably gonna go to war World War III if you guys don't know. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna and I do this very early on, so I'm gonna just say because I'm gonna put the link in the chat. If you guys want to hop in the chat and talk, let's do it. And so link in the bio. But here we got some ground rules. So as I type in the link, I'm gonna paste the link right there. Let's talk about. So look, if you want to join this live show, make sure that you cam up. Okay. Make sure that you follow some guidelines. We don't want to get demonetized. So please, no profanity, no racial slurs, no nudity. I know I got to say that because you guys, we had some weird stuff going on. And let's have some fun, right? Also, some keywords to switch. Corn star for adult actresses, right? And if we're talking about SA, which is assault, let's just not even talk about it, right? But if you have to, say grape seed oil. I appreciate you guys. We have someone here. Myquetta Williams has just subscribed from Jack Show. Appreciate you, girl. You know, if you want to hop in, you know, I know Jack was doing a donation so he couldn't take as many live calls, but we're taking live calls all night. So yeah, if you want to hop in, links in the bio. Just make sure you cam up when you're in the queue. Wave to me. We'll make it happen. All right. So over this weekend, we got some new response from Drizzy Drake. Now, look, I covered this on my channel earlier about how disappointed I was at J. Cole and for him apologizing, right? J. Cole apologized for dissing Kendrick Lamar, which I thought was the most heartbreaking part about being a J. Cole fan. Like literally, like being a J. Cole fan was like being a fan of a sports team that's been like letting you down year after year after year after year. And this was just the last straw, bro. I was just tired of that. Like, yo, J. Cole for all these years been saying people scared of him, rappers don't want to beef with him, blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. Now he has an opportunity. Kendrick Lamar sent shots, right? Doot, 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 doot. J. Cole responds. And by the way, his response is so weak. He was like complimenting him. And then, bro, it was disappointing. But it set up the appropriate landscape for Drake to respond. The appropriate landscape for Drake to respond. Myquetta says, salute. Appreciate you. Please call in if you can. Definitely love to see your face. You know, in my live stream, I get to talk to a lot of the people here because it's still new. So I get to talk to everybody. So appreciate you. Love to get to know you. Doxxy says, stick. 6. Yeah, bro. I was really, bro. And if I could play it, I would play it. I can't play it. You know, I don't want to get demonetized. Maybe I could play it because, you know, it's technically got a lot of legal songs just yet. But yeah, Drake was, and you know what? I was really like, I had to really go into Genius and look at all the bars and try to see all the double and triple entendres. I'm impressed. And Drake's not even the rapper I like, right? Drake's the kind of rapper where like, he's so mainstream, so pop. If you're like a rap purist, you can't get down him. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I loved when Drake was coming from the underground when he was like first coming up in like 2009. I remember I was like right there seeing everything happen. I was in college. I remember playing his songs at like fraternity parties. So I seen his whole run. And to me, that was one of his best. Like when he started, he had a great start. But what's unprecedented about Drake is that he's been on top his entire career. He came in the big leagues. And he's had adversity that he has triumphant over it, which I have to really give him respect. Even though I don't like the pop side of Drake, I think he's a cornball. You know, I met Drake's baby mother. I met Drake's baby mother before he met her. Facts. And I'll tell a story about that. And so, you know, why the hell do I know his baby mother? We'll get into that story. But I think it's his personal life I can't get down with. But professionally, I have a lot of respect for Drake, and I think Drake is absolutely a GOAT. He's a living legend for sure. Doxxy Trash said Dreamville track is hard. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. It was cool. It's cool. Like J. Cole could enunciate words, crack rock, and pop and shop, and like it sounds good, but he wasn't. He was saying a bunch of nothing. Drizzy is actually coming with the substance. With the substance. Doxxy Trash says, "LOL, Drake Underground." He used to be kind of, bro. There's a time where Drake tracks wasn't mainstream, and we are listening to his records before they're out. Like, he was putting out records that wasn't on. This is before Apple Music, right? So there's a lot of unofficial stuff that I heard. I remember hearing Drake and Nipsey Hussle, "Killers." I'm a killer, killer, like that song. These are all underground songs. So yeah, a lot of people realize there was time before Apple Music. I mean, back in the day, we had Napster and we had LimeWire, and we should get all the, that's when like 50% was popping. We had LimeWire and stuff. Anyway, if you guys new to the chat, please like the video on your way in. Share this live stream. It's a call-in show. That means you guys can help me run the show. I appreciate you guys. If you're coming from Jack's live stream, Jack, shout out to my brother Jack. He's donating money on his live stream, hundreds of dollars. Very, very thoughtful dude, man. That man has a big heart. When I was in Florida, Jack gave me a place to stay. Took me around. What I'm saying? It was my birthday, so he bought me dinner. Like, great dude, bro. Forever, I'm rocking with my brother. Forever, forever. But yeah, that was going on there. So all right. So talk to me, guys. What do you guys think about Drake's response to this whole Kendrick Lamar thing? It makes me want to really get back into being a hip hop like journalist. What do we think about Drake's response? Because, like I said, personally, I think it was a 20v1, and he just dominated and trashed everybody. He's even dissing that one basketball player. What's that one basketball player name that was carrying guns and keep doing gun emojis and shit and videos? What's that one dude? He addressed his ass. He addressed OVO, like Weeknd and stuff. He had shots at Weeknd. He flipped a lot of Kendrick Lamar's bars, which was crazy. You know how Kendrick had a dope line in his song on that Like That song. Kendrick had this line. He was like, he said, "Nigga, Prince outlived Mike Jack. Nigga, boom." Right? That's what he said. "Nigga, boom. Nigga, Prince outlived Mike Jack." And then Drake flipped that to say, you know what I'm saying, it's the difference between Mike then and Mike now. Like, it was just, bro, I was like, when it's wartime, Drizzy, he's bringing the lyrics, bro. I could really appreciate it. I could really appreciate it. Dr. Trash says Drake and 70 Rocks. Yeah, possibly, bro. I don't know. Possibly. I think it's, there's I was watching online actually, and I'm glad you actually brought that up. Someone's claiming to be Kendrick Lamar's ghostwriter, and he's popping up online right now. I don't know. Who knows, right? KRS-One once said, and I kind of agree with KRS-One on this. I didn't agree with him initially at the time, but he said, "Bro, it doesn't even matter how many ghostwriters you got. It's about spitting dope raps." And I sat and I thought about that. I'm like, you know what? It's a good point, because ideas make better music. Everyone's talking about ghostwriters. If your music's trash, I don't care how many ghostwriters you got. It's trash, right? So at least if you need help, get some better writers to kind of push the landscape of writing better music. Like, let's focus on dope music, the end product. At the end of the day, keep it real with you. Drake's not a one-man band. He has a whole team around him that makes the whole Drizzy machine possible. There is no Drake without his whole entire team. I guess you could call him OVO and his caretakers and all these Toronto dudes repping the 6, which is a fake place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Toronto's fake. I'm just talking about like this idea of the 6. That's not even a real place from what I heard. But and if it is, I'm wrong. I don't know. I've been to Canada a few times. I've been to Toronto a few times. It's only when Drake came around I heard people calling it the 6. So I don't know. But either way, like I said, it takes a whole team to make that possible, right? It takes a whole team to make that possible. But yeah, so that's one of the topics I want to talk about. I think that was we get into it lyric by lyric, bar by bar. Also, I thought that was interesting. We got in the news, and I covered this, and my video for this is kind of going viral now. Neon, Twitch and Kick streamer Neon was jailed in Dubai. I don't know. Has anyone seen my video on that? Twitch streamer, Kick streamer Neon was jailed in Dubai. Delwood said, "What did you go to Florida for?" I went to Florida for my birthday back in January. You know, and so I stayed with my brother Jack. I'm from Jersey. If you guys don't know, I'm from Jersey. So I was in Florida just celebrating my birthday. I'm thinking about moving down there because you know it's a lot of YouTube stuff going on down there. So that's why I was down there. But yeah, Jack is my real life friend. I know people think we're just internet friends. No, we're real life friends. And so, you know, I talk to Jack like bro. I talk to this motherfucker every day, literally every day. He's probably gonna be on this live stream, you know, towards the end of the stream or something. I don't know. Whenever he's finished with his shit, he's gonna pop in over here. But yeah, I went there for my birthday because I have this thing, right? Like I don't want to celebrate my birthday in New Jersey anymore. So every year I travel somewhere else for my birthday. And so this year it's Florida. Next year it might be Colombia. Who knows? Passport bros, you know, it might be somewhere. But let's talk about Neon. I don't know. Have you guys seen my video about Neon? I dropped the video about Neon. Let's see if let's talk about it because yeah, I think it's funny that Neon is in jail with his OnlyFans girlfriend, his lonely fans girlfriend, for just filming in Dubai. I know a lot of people hate Neon. I don't care for him. I'm not really concerned about him. But a lot of people hate his guts. And so I did a video on it, which is doing really well. So if you've seen the video, let me know. If not, you guys should definitely check it out. Pretty cool video. But it appears to be. So I'll give you like a quick recap of it. It appears to be that Neon actually had I guess violated some rule in Dubai. Which, by the way, it seems like that might be an easy thing to do. Seeing all these people getting arrested in Dubai is like the slightest thing you do in Dubai you get arrested for. Which I'm concerned about because my dad just bought property in Dubai, and so I have plans to go to Dubai this year to check out the property my dad bought, and also just have some fun. So I'm a little bit interested in that. So yeah, that's crazy. Myquetta says, I was going to speak on Drake for a second. Go ahead, let's do it. By the way, I'm gonna put the live in the chat. Guys, join in. This is our talk show. We here together. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here for my health. I'm here to show up to work. This is my job. But you know, you guys get a chance to talk. I'm giving the voiceless a voice. And by the way, this gets pushed out to my nearly 4,000 subs. So you guys will be seen. Your message will be heard and seen around the country. All right. What we got here? Let me see. And I wanted to talk about, but yeah, you said you wanted to talk about the Drake thing. Let's talk about the Drake thing. The biggest thing about the Drake thing though, and is I don't know if it's real or fake. I don't know what it is, but Myquetta, just wave your hands. So I know you're real. Just know you're a real person. Just wave your hand. All right, perfect. And then we'll have a conversation. Guys, links in the bio. If you want to join, wave your hands. So I know you're real. No nudity, no profanity. Let's not curse. Try to keep me monetized, right? I need YouTube to make money. Myquetta, what's going on, girl?
What's up? This is my first time actually being on somebody's live before, so I'm kind of nervous.
What are you nervous about? It's going to go smooth.
I don't typically do stuff like this. That's why.
Okay, cool. Where are you calling from? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm calling from South Carolina. I'm 36.
Okay, same age. You class of 06?
No, 05.
Hey, 05? Oh, so you turned 37 this year?
Yeah, I turned 37 in September.
Fire. Okay, so you would have graduated by the time I was a senior. So, but all right. So, what do you think about the beef between Drake and the whole industry? What's your take on it?
I just don't understand why people expect more from Drake. I mean, he started off as an actor, so it's like I don't expect him to be like all tough and street and everything. Like he started off as Degrassi, so
right. So yeah, I mean, I think Drake's an actor to this day. I mean, even the character. Yeah. I think Drake as a rapper is a character that Aubrey Graham plays. You know, he just plays it really well.
That's exactly what it is, and that's why I like him and accept him, because I look at it, he's acting as a rapper. It's his persona. So
exactly. Look at Tupac.
I think he's doing great. So,
So I said, look at Tupac. Tupac did the same thing essentially. You know.
Yeah, I mean, he went to a what was it, a art school and everything. You know, he was a performer. So you know,
with Jada Pinkett of all people.
Right. So I mean, like everybody has to put on that persona and everything. Even in the regular world, you got to put on that persona when you go to work and everything like that. But you was a whole separate person when you by yourself and stuff. So that's just how I look at it is.
Did you listen? Did you get a chance to hear his diss record?
I did. I liked it. I did.
Right?
I'm excited for it because people are rapping again. Like it's like it's back in 2015, 2016. Like it's interesting. So that's all I had wanted for it. I just want to hear some good bars, some back and forth, some.
Yeah, I want to laugh. This is entertainment.
Right.
Entertain us. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like you guys
That's
all
all it
buddy
is.
buddy. I hated the whole DJ Khaled era of music where everyone's teaming up. Nah, man, let's get back to the beefs.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's rap, it's competition, it's sparring,
Yeah,
it's a sport. Like
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
That's just all I have to say on it. I just like I said, I look at him for what he is. He's an actor, so he acting.
Exactly. Selwood 1989 said, "How is Drake live? Never been to his concert. I never been to his concert either, but I heard it's like one big karaoke show because everybody's singing every word for word together.
And I'm
So
not surprised
that's
about that either. So
yeah, and he could do that anywhere. Suppose he could do that exact type of show in Japan, like you said. I'm big in Japan,
yeah.
uh, and so that's kind of interesting. Yeah. So like, yeah, the Drake. It's funny because I told the story before. I met Drake baby mother before he met his baby mother,
Which is funny, which is
which
classic.
is
Like
extremely funny. And he can't be mad at me. It's just true. It's a true story. And when I met her with the group of people I was with, we were laughing at her. That was the part that's like the most ironic part about it. We were laughing like, look at this crazy looking girl. And now it's the irony of it is her baby daddy is like the biggest rapper, one of the biggest artists, music artists in the world and of all time.
right, her baby daddy is. I mean, no hate, but I got a baby daddy and he's not. I'm just saying.
Yeah, maybe you should have tried to fuck Drake. What were
No,
you
I'm cool.
thinking?
I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I don't want them problems. I'm straight.
Oh, you think it comes with a lot of problems?
Yeah. Look at what he going through now. I don't want to be sitting there rubbing his shoulders like, "Ooh, baby, go out there and write that bar from you heard what he said." Like, no, I'm cool. I'm straight.
She said she didn't want no, you know what I'm saying, no friendly fire on them. Yoninah says, I'll come up in a few. Shout out to Yoninah. Yeah, sure. No problem. Check it out. Doxxy Trash said they're going to make my boy Weeknd spit some verses on Drizzy. Yo, bro, that would be funny, bro.
I
That
mean,
would be funny.
you
And
don't spend
singing in
some
a Michael
bars
Jackson
before.
verse, you know?
Right. That would be dope. That would be dope. That would be dope. And I mean,
Yeah.
and he don't spit a couple of bars before. It's not beyond him, but I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, what's up with the Weekend, man? I don't know. I feel like the Weekend, bro, a lot of these artists, like they be having big moments, and then after their moment's gone, it's like you never even heard of them again.
I don't feel as if he just had a moment. Like the weekend is dope. He actually has a discography. That word. He actually has that. That
Discography?
yes, thank you. It's pretty legendary and stuff. But I mean, everybody got their time. He'll maybe pop off again in maybe another year or two. This might, make him rise up again too. You never know.
Yeah, it's kind of like remember when Rich Homie Quan was like one of the biggest artists
Yeah,
out, and now look
yeah.
at him now, right? Like he can't even sell out a concert.
But I mean, every dog have their days. So
I know, and that's why Drake is. I got to give him credit, especially because he was as popping, if not more popping now than he was when he first came out. And that's I don't know how you do that after 15 years, and you're
and
you know what I'm saying you're Jewish, dude. What the hell? Jews do know how to run the rap game. Come on, man.
look, he had help from behind the scenes, but that's another story for another time. But that actually shows his status too, that he can lay low and then come back even better than before. So that's why I was like, you can't hate the man. Like, I have no hatred towards him. Like, he's awesome. He's doing what he's supposed to do. So it's no hate. But I know that Kendrick is gonna eat him alive. That's all that matters. So
Yeah, yeah, I'm curious to see. I know Kendrick is gonna, bro. I know Kendrick is gonna crash out on this show. I
yeah.
know he's gonna cry. I know this is the moment Kendrick was waiting for, and this is why I'm pissed at J. Cole. Because like
Yeah.
J. Cole, you finally got the rock, and you've been saying that you could handle it in these clutch moments, and you drop the fucking ball. Like
But see, I
he's
don't
all
be
bark and no bite.
and I kind of figured that would be coming from J. Cole anyways. I've never been a big J. Cole fan, but that's besides the point. I'm not gonna take away his credits too. Like he a dope rapper. Like he got words, he got bars, he got all that and everything. But when it comes to competition, like he's a snooze fest. So
He's boring, bro. Where's your controversy? Like, bro, as a rap, look, when you want to be a celebrity, you want to last in the game forever. You need some kind of controversy, something. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like Rihanna got beat up by Chris Brown. That was her controversy, right? People forget Rihanna wasn't that big before she got pimp smacked around
that
by
is,
Chris Brown.
that is very true. That
I
is
ain't
very
trying to knock her. You know what I'm saying? I met Rihanna before too. Shout out to you, beautiful. You did have a lot of pimples on your face when I met you. I thought
Hey,
that
don't
was
hate
kind
on
of
the
odd.
acne. Hey, don't hate on the acne because I got the same thing. Don't
No,
hate
no,
on
no.
it.
But I was just shocked because she's so rich. I'm just saying, damn, these rich people are just so like us. Like
Yeah,
I thought they listen. I had back. I struggled with acne for a long time. I was just saying that because I was shocked. That's why I know. I'm like, yo, like these people are regular people. It started to make me start to see the human side of people. Like, yeah, this motherfucker, he sits on the toilet and craps too, and it stinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that. You know what I'm saying? Rihanna didn't come from the skies or whatever. The way we worship celebrities these days, you would think that everything about them was perfect. Like Rihanna just be shitting out dandelions and shit. You know?
no, that's just like Beyonce. I just seen a recent picture of her without makeup, and it's like, ooh, yeah, but
Now,
whatever.
now,
Beyonce.
now we know why Jay-Z cheated. Doxxy Trash said, nah, the weekend can spit. That's fire too. Doxxy also says Weekend's master is going for billions. Is it really?
I'm not
Is it really?
surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm really not. Like The Weeknd is really a dope artist. He really is. Like everybody got to give him his credit. He's that. He is.
Yeah, I like this. I think Starboy was one of my favorite albums by him for sure. You know, I know a lot of people like his House of Balloons and the trilogy and Kiss Land and stuff. But to
Yeah.
me, I think Starboy was I'm a motherfucking Starboy. And I always thought he sounded like Michael Jackson. I'm like, yo, he's like a dirty Michael Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's like the dark emo Michael Jackson. Like which is pretty dope. Like,
Exactly.
that's his persona, you know? Like
Yeah. It gives us a modern version of what Michael Jackson would be like if he was like, you know, in our era, you
if
know.
Michael Jackson really had a son and that was his son. Yeah.
Yeah. He should
Yeah.
learn how to dance. I always thought that like Weekend, bro. Where's your, you know, you gotta, you know, call Chris Brown or something. Like you need to take these singing, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't just do Michael Jackson part of it. Do the dance and like do everything too. You know, like
The
everybody just
whole
want to be the
thing.
mysterious. The mysterious. I'm mysterious, you know. I'm like, all
But
right.
that's what works for him too. That's what works for him. So
What the mystery?
I think so. Yeah, the mysterious part of like that's what I actually like about The Weeknd is that he has that mysterious, that mystique, you know, that ooh, you know, what is he about, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah, I just, you know, the thing about these artists, and this is why like we gotta remember the regular people, like uh I met this TikToker like in 2020. I went to uh LA and I met one of the biggest TikTokers. She's still one of the biggest TikTokers. And her name is well Dixie and Charlie D'Amelio. I never heard of them, but you might have heard of them. Have you heard of them before?
I'm not on
Okay.
TikTok,
So
so
yeah, exactly. Exactly. We're from the same school, so I don't know. But they're the biggest followed people on TikTok. Anyway, long story short, the story that I thought was funny because I spent time in their house. They had this big mansion in the Hidden Hills. You know, I don't think they live there anymore, but they had a mansion in the Hidden Hills. And I remember being around her, and she was talking about how much like, you know, like everyone's talking about, oh, you're so famous, and then she brought up like, yeah, but this one guy I'm talking to, he won't text me back. And I was like, what? Like, you're the largest person on TikTok and you still deal with guys not texting you. What could that dude be mad about? Or what could he be running game on the largest TikToker of all time that he won't text you back? Like, Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, first world problems, or not even first world, just real world problems, pretty much.
exactly.
Hmm.
Selwood said, crazy how nobody can move like MJ. One of a kind. Yeah, bro. And his
Yeah,
Super Bowl performance is always going to be like top 3, it seems like.
always. Like nobody's gonna be able to take that spot. Nobody.
Yeah. Did you see his Super Bowl performance?
Which one?
So he is the one where he so there's like a big like jumbotron behind the stadium, like or by the stadium,
Yeah,
and
because
he looked like he
he had a
popped up on
couple of
top
them,
of
right?
it, huh?
Yeah. I
He
saw
had
that
like a
one because I
stunt.
think
It
he had a
wasn't
couple
him,
of
but it was
them.
still cool. Yeah, it's still cool. I think that
Yeah,
was like '93 or some shit. Doxy said your last
yeah.
vid on being biracial reminded me of Drake's worst behavior. Yeah, so I did this video on, and Doxxy, great little plug there. So I did this video on black versus biracial, and
Hmm.
how a lot of biracial people just go as they just kind of identify as black, but it's not not that simple. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I always thought
Right.
to myself, like, because you could be biracial and be very fair skinned and not even look black.
Yeah, that is very true. Very
You
true.
know
I
what I'm
know a
saying?
lot
So
of
like, how
people
can you
like
say you're black? You don't really look black.
yeah. I actually was dating a guy. Well, not even dating. I was with the guy and everything. Biracial, very fair skin, but he claimed to be black. But that's because he grew up with the black side of his family, So that's what he
Right.
claimed to be. But you just looking at him like you wouldn't be able to tell, like, oh, you're black or whatever the case may be. So. I mean, everybody's different. Everybody has different features and stuff. Because that's like I always get just because I'm light skinned, especially down here in the South, because I'm not originally from here. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. So coming down here,
Oh, my boy
yeah.
Doxy Trash is from Cleveland, yo.
Who
The
is?
dude that wrote that comment. The
Oh,
dude that wrote
he's
this
okay.
comment.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what's
he's
up.
a super Ohio boy.
Yeah, 216 till I die. But yeah, so coming down here to
Hey.
South Carolina, everybody's like, "Oh, you're what are you? What are you?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm black. No, you're not.
Mm.
Like, what? You're mixed. You got some. No, like both of my parents are actually they're darker than me. No, they're not. No, they're not.
Mm.
Like, no, I'm black.
Oh
So I
wow.
mean, like that's what I'm saying. Like, is everybody has different features? Black, white, mixed, biracial. Like
So what
it
kind of
just
men do you like? Because sometimes biracial women like white men. And I listen, I'm not against them doing that. I mean, you can do whatever you want. So that's why it's always confusing to me, because some people lean to their white side, some people lean towards the black side. What side did you lean towards?
I do not discriminate. It-
Mm.
because I don't even go by looks. Like if you looked at my catalog of the guys that I've dated, they're not like tens or anything like that. Like not by far. I don't consider myself a 10. So what do I look like? Oh my god, I got no 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 no. Like I go by how you treat me, personality. Like you gotta make me laugh because I'm gonna sit up there and make you laugh too. So I'm a character person. So as long as you
You
treat me
gotta
good.
have some kind of physical standard, though,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Which yeah, it
No,
gotta be
I do
something.
with it. I just don't. Oh, I gotta have dark skin, or I'm not gonna lie. Okay, like so, my preference is light skin, but I've only been like maybe two
Mm.
light
So I'm too
skin.
dark for you.
No, my husband or my ex husband, dark skin.
So,
I
but
don't.
you didn't prefer him. That's why he's your ex.
No, not even that.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay, okay.
like that's what I'm saying. I just don't like if I see you, I rock with you. Like we straight, but I like my light skins, but I like my
Okay,
dark
hey,
skin. Like
I get it,
I
man.
don't.
The hardest thing about being dark skinned is like we're such a niche. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I always knew, like, damn, man, like I'm only gonna appeal to like this percentage of the population. You know what I'm saying? Like the most people, like if you're I had a friend in college, I mean high school, and he was like a light skinned black dude. He
Mhm.
appealed to the black girls, the Spanish girls, the white girls. He just appealed to everybody. Me, I only appealed to like the black girls and some Spanish girls that like black guys. It was like, you know what I'm saying? I always felt like I was like boxed in because of my color. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So people
no,
judge you
sweetie,
by your skin color first, then
no,
your appearance.
I will have you on your roster, on my roster, so you're good. Like,
Hey, put me down, put me
wipe it out,
down.
wipe it out.
Dashi, Dashi Try said the land.
The
Come
land till
from
I
the
die,
land. There
till
you
I
go.
die. Yep.
What you think about Machine Gun Kelly tattooing his arm black?
I didn't know anything about that. The delegation from Cleveland on this part of the side, I don't really claim them all like that, but I mean, it is.
Oh, oh, damn. Why?
I'm
Because
just
he's down
playing.
with Diddy?
I was just playing. I'm just playing. I mess with him and everything. He cool. He cool. I don't keep up with him.
Hmm. So if I showed you, okay, maybe I should show you a picture. Maybe
Yeah,
that'd
that
be a thing.
if I
You know
had a
what I'm saying?
reference point of what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about his new tattoo. And guys, I'm gonna put the link in the bio. You guys want to jump in? Let me know. We gonna make this a crowdfunding thing. If you in the queue right now and you see me, just wave so I can make sure you who you say you are, and I'm gonna throw you in. All right. What up, girl? Yoninah? How are you? I can't hear you though. Are you unmute yourself? Let me see. Hold on. There you go. Can you hear me? Wait, hold on. All
Okay.
right, what's up, bro?
What I was about to say, you know me.
Okay, of course. Yeah, I
Like,
just gotta make sure because someone called in last time pretending to be one of my subscribers, and it was a complete fake. Like he just and started putting it was a bot and put porn on the screen. It was corn on the screen. It was all bad. Yeah,
oh no.
I know. He tricked me. So I had to make sure.
Yeah, that's understandable. So, how y'all doing on this Sunday?
We good.
Good. How you doing?
I'm all right, having existential questions and stuff I'm bothering my brain with, but I'm all right.
Do you want to offer it to us, and maybe the panel could help?
Well, it has kind of something to do with what you guys are talking about, so I guess yeah, sure, why not?
Sure.
So, you know the thing about evolution, right? How, we all supposed to have evolved and yada yada yada, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But when you watch the Flintstones, you don't see no black people. There's no black people. Who you see?
Bro, I don't know. Do they make cartoons with black people these days? I remember back in the day, all the cartoons only had white people. Yeah,
Yes, they did.
right? Did they? Was that purposely? I always used to wonder that. Like, damn, man. I guess no cartoon
I'm
artists
pretty
know how to draw black.
I'm pretty sure it was purposely. I mean, they're not thinking about us when they, making cartoons in general.
When they did make the cartoons, what did they make? They made the caricature that is the blackface. They made
Right.
the okay, with the big
Mm.
lips. Even if you and there's one that I watched. It was a really old cartoon. I think it was like one of the original versions of Arabian Nights,
Mm.
where the what's his name? I forget the name. Ali. Ali said the open sesame and the cave opens, the cave of treasures and stuff like that. Even in that one, and there's another one that I watched. I forget the name of it, but it was about this young god. It was a Chinese one, and he made the old gods angry at him. I gotta look for it and find it because in that one it's got a Hindu person in there, and guess what they look like? They look like the caricature of a black person, a blackface.
But
So
a Hindu dude, an Indian dude,
yeah, yes,
and we're all niggas, man. Sand niggas, this nigga, that nigga, all niggas.
right. So so the reason I say that though, I mean even in uh Flintstones. What were they? They were cavemen. You got Fred, you got Wilma, you got
Oh, that's why you see no black people. We ain't live in caves. That's why I was thinking. I'm like, that's a good point.
you
Yeah, we
know
didn't.
we
Yeah, we had technology back then.
But
We
it
could
was,
have riding
it
the
was
horses
staged.
back then.
It was
wait.
staged in the mountains of Caucasus.
Yeah, that was the Caucasus Mountains. The Flintstones were taking in
Keep this though.
the
They
Caucasus Caves.
they even had a little
No,
green
not to
man.
the white people. By the way, hold on. I want to make sure I got white people in the chat. Listen, man, I ain't knocking you. You know what I'm
Mm-mm,
saying? But
not at all.
the closer you get to the equator, the darker your skin, and also the warmer the climate. And also, even wide noses are for warmer temperature. Narrow noses is for colder temperature, right? They got the narrow nose to
Uh-huh,
actually keep the air past their nose warm, right? It
uh-huh,
bounces off the canals.
right.
Let me read some of these comments. Alberto says, "Yo, what up, Alberto?" It says 80 degrees in Chicago. I doubt it. Is it really?
No, yeah, it's 84 over here, and we're in the same latitude.
Whoa, Mr. Mr. says it was nasty. The video of the dude getting his cheeks blown apart. Oh yeah, I was talking about the live viewers calling in Juan. My brother said, Mr. Mr. What's up? Mr. Mr. says, what up? Okay, we live in the chat. Shout out. Brother says, got my passport renewed. Gotta love the post office. Hey, gotta do that early. I just got my the DMV sent me my registration card. Yo, man, we gotta. I thought about it. We gotta up our registration every year. But I want to tell them like, hey, nothing changed since last year. Well, I gotta update it this year. God damn.
Keep track on
Exactly.
everything.
I'm wondering like, what you want me to update? It's all the same.
So yeah. Now peep this. They even had a little green man on the Flintstones.
A little what?
Little green man.
The little Martian.
Little brain man. Oh, see, I don't know if I remember the show that well. You got kind of cue me in. I'm about to look that up. We're going
Yeah,
Little Rain.
there was an alien on the French
Mhm.
song.
Yep.
Only Fred could see him, and everybody was calling Fred crazy because he could see a little green man, and everybody else couldn't.
Look, Fred was high. That's what that was.
Well,
His name was the Little Brain Man. Little
Yep.
Brain.
too.
Oh no, I can't. I don't know. I can't find right now. Mr. Mister said that those cartoons were literally made during the height of Jim Crow laws and lynchings.
You're right.
Wow,
Mhm.
that could be the case. He said, to be fair, there's no history of black people living in caves. There's none, because guess what? We would have had clubs in the caves. You know what I'm saying? There would have been lights and shit. You know what I'm saying? There would have been stripper poles made out of stone. Alberto says, why you got to update it? I don't, bro. I be thinking too, like, why I got
They set it to expire every year.
Yeah, every year.
Get money, reapplication fee.
The zoo. That's right.
That's his name.
Oh, Gazoo. Let me see if I can see his name. Let me see. Gazoo. Flinstones. Oh, his name really popped up though when I typed it in the link. Oh, I remember. But he was like the guy from Mars. The green dude.
Right.
Yeah,
But
but
no-
what you trying to say? You say he was like Black Thieves too?
No, he was there, but no black people.
Yeah, right. The Flintstones had people from space visiting them, but nobody from Africa. Jesus Christ. That's how you know what that probably tells you what they really view their community like we ain't never seen no black people, but we seen an alien. You know what I'm saying?
So now y'all see my problem with the theory of evolution.
I don't believe it. I never believed the theory of evolution. Well, I don't know.
But you
Here's
also
what
got to
they say in
realize
the
that they
Bible,
telling the story from their
and everybody
perspective.
forgive me, huh?
Oh no, I was just saying, like, you gotta understand they're writing it from their perspective too. So
Yeah, it's a narcissistic approach, right? It's like the
We gonna get space for that. That being said, so you telling me that the another set of our species, a supposedly superior set of our species, because they evolved from us, right? So they climbed down the trees. They went into where the snow is. They grew different white hair. Okay, now their hair went from being black to white, and they live in snow and stuff, right? Then they went from living in snow and stuff to living in the barren lands with nothing there, just and they trying to figure out how to hunt and gather out there and stuff, right? And they living in caves, and all their hair done left they bodies, because now they don't need the hair no more, right? So so now then they went from doing all that to building an agrarian society, an agrarian culture that farm, right? And all the while they doing that, we still in the trees in Africa? Really?
No,
Come
I
on.
don't believe the monkey theory that we are monkeys living in trees. I don't think anybody lives in trees. It's just too challenging, like that's much better to live on the ground, you know what I'm saying? To build a house in the trees. I mean, you might have a necessity for that. But I would say this though. The only thing I have issue about race is that we be putting races against each other to the point where there's like a hierarchy. What race is higher than the other? I think we need to get out of that. We need to just get away from that because they're the advantages to all. You know what I'm saying? Black people, we have our advantages. White people have their advantages. Every race has their little advantage. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's culturally or physically. We're very physically dominant people. You know what I'm saying? Our skin's smooth. My grandma didn't have a wrinkle when she died. That's our dominant gene.
Get my mama.
You know what I'm saying? People like white people and light-skinned people because they like the natural flowing hair. There's all types of stuff. Everybody got their little advantages. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that we gotta look at it like.
Listen to me. I agree with you on that.
You could have
right?
been born anything. I could have been born white. You could have been born Chinese. We could have been born anything. I didn't have no say in being black. I ain't complaining.
Because of my knowledge in epigenetics, I don't agree with you on that. But I understand where you're coming from.
What do you mean? You think you had a choice in picking your race?
We don't. That's why I don't agree with you on that. We couldn't have done anything because space and time that had to be created for us to even be in the womb when we were. You see what I'm saying? If that's the case, okay, I'm gonna take it. And I know you're an agnostic, or atheist? You don't
No, I
do.
believe in God. What in the world? I believe in
Okay,
God.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm just,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to.
yeah. Oh no.
I don't want
I
to
don't believe in no Big Bang theory. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
That's why.
Only Big Bang is the missiles going off in Israel right now. That's the only Big Bang going on.
If anything was the Big Bang theory, it's God speaking. That's the Big Bang. He said,
Mhm.
and he spoke, and he
I
said,
just think that anybody with a rational mind could see that, bro. Look at cars, right? No one look at a car or even a building and said that this just randomly appeared here, right? Someone had to create this stuff. We're
right,
far more complex than a building or a car. So how
right,
do we just appear here? You know what I'm saying? Like no one's
exactly,
gonna look at a 2000 like a 1990 Honda Accord said, man, this was sent from the sky. You know what I'm saying? From a meteor. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And the technology in your body far vastly is more complicated than a Honda
yeah,
Accord.
exactly,
That's kind of thoughts. But yeah, I think the thing about race is interesting is that people have issues with the race mixing. And I'm of mixed race, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I was talking about the whole biracial thing, is because we're looking at it like, should you identify as white or black if you're black and white, or could you just identify as biracial? I don't know why that's like not a thing, you're biracial,
right. Well, the reason is because the world wasn't built to accept biracial people. Either you're going to accept your white side and check white in the check mark, or you're gonna say I live with my black family my whole life and check black in the check mark. It wasn't back in like the 1950s when they started that's a racial thing when they started separating people by their races with
Mhm.
even with the Office of Vital Statistics, which was originally the Office of Eugenics.
Mm.
Right. That's why it would always be the Office of Eugenics to me. And even now, when they collect the vital statistic data, well, you can't fully trust it, you know?
Yeah.
But that it was always meant to be a black or white world, where how even the documents we used every day, like when you go and you sign up for anything, if you go apply for a job, what's your race? Nowadays, depending on the company, they might have that option of biracial or mixed race, because of how things have progressed. But when it first started, that option wasn't there. You were either going to be white and get the white benefits, or you were going to be black and not get the benefits.
Right. Let me go through some of the comments. Alberto, I see what you're saying, brother. He says he's tired of partying, coupling. Let's talk about that. Definitely later on, we're definitely going to talk about passport bros. We're going to stay on the topic right now, but that's the point we could go. Mr. Mission said the oldest bones were ever found in Ethiopia. Her name was Dinkinesh, and she was a Homo sapien. Yeah, I don't know. All right, I know the oldest person was from Ethiopia. He said the gods must be crazy was a movie where this Coca-Cola bottle fell from the sky into the land of native tribe in Africa. They saw it as magical. Yeah, that sounds like an ad for that sounds like a Super Bowl ad for Coca-Cola to me.
Well, Coca-Cola was racist. That was the racist drink company. If y'all didn't know that, they oh Lord,
Technology. Yeah.
science, technology.
Yeah. My bro says I'm gonna jump in later. Yeah, bro, jump in. We definitely want to hear everybody's take on it. Hex says, "What's up, Shay? What up, people?"
Oh no.
Damn, no, she might have beamed out by accident. It's all good. I'm gonna put the link in the bio for you guys to call in if you want to call in. All good. Yoninah, you still in the show, girl. You had all the talking points. I like when you're on because you help me relax and I can sit back and you help me run the show. But I do want to push this back to you though. Let me push it back a little bit. Let's have some friendly banter here, friendly debate. See, I'm from Trinidad. And what that means is I don't think the same way as American-born blacks think. Because in our country, we had a very different history than America. In our country, when my dad was growing up, everybody was black. The presidents, the post office, like everything that you could imagine, a grocery store. So there's no idea that black people couldn't achieve great heights. Now in America, the country that you might have grown in, that wasn't the case. They never had a black president up to the point of Barack Obama, and so people look at it as very different. You know what I'm saying? But the reality of it is, in my mind, it's like it's all just perceptual reality. Like to me, my reality is not that the white man is superior and the black man's inferior, or the white man's the oppressor and the black man's the oppressed. I just don't look at it that way, and I refuse to look at it that way because I know a lot of poor white people that got no power to oppress anybody. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of black people that are far from oppressed. You know what I'm saying? We all know people like this. We all know poor whites and we all know rich blacks. So it's hard for me to look at a poor white guy and say he's oppressing LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just don't get into this racial identity thing that people have.
Listen, he might not be oppressing LeBron, but you got to understand, okay, I can see where you're coming from on that, all right? Now, from what I learned from my aunts is that a lot of my family members way back in the day, they were okay. We see Myquetta. Come back.
Yeah, Myquetta, appreciate you, girl. Please join in. We're gonna have another live on Tuesday at 9, Thursday at 9. Love to have you again. Feel free to join in. And appreciate for your contribution, girl. Y'all have a good night. Go ahead, Yoninah.
Yeah, so according to my aunt, and now my aunt can't say that she was oppressed. She, she's done a lot of stuff with her life. She's owned several different businesses, and she travels often to Ghana, and sometimes she'll take a trip down to Mexico and whatnot. So she, and she's Hebrew. So as a matter of fact, she's getting ready for Passover. But she told me that our great grandmother told her that the one who owned her mother couldn't keep himself out of her house, her bedroom. So he had a lot of mixed children with her. Some of which was my family. And Myquetta, I was gonna tell sister, the reason your parents might be dark skinned and you might be light skinned is that some of that blood that went through when we were slaves could be expressing in your genes with your color. That happened. Okay.
Recessive genes.
Yes. So
real quickly, Mr. said Donald Sterling literally made it billions of dollars from telling his side chick he didn't want black people at his NBA games. Yeah, bro, look, so here's the point I'm trying to say. Are there evil white people in America? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the one thing I'm going to agree with you guys on is yes. But I just can't look at it like a whole race is oppressing me. I look at there's individual racist people that exist. I just can't look at it like an entire race thing. But it's no different than me looking at like there's individual evil black people in the world killing people. It's the same thing. I look at it all the same. So I don't look at it as white and black. I look at it as evil and good. Me personally. Because evil has no color. Now we're used to seeing the white evil. I'm with you on it. But there's black evil too. Don't think there's no black evil. There is black evil for sure.
I'm not going to sit up here and deny that that evil uses everything and everybody because it does. And I know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But so yeah, this idea that all white people are racist and all black people are criminals, I throw that shit out the window, yo. I really do. I throw it out the window. Because I know some black people in the hood that I trust more. They were like real brothers to me than some white people in the suburbs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though the white people in the suburbs gave me jobs and the black people in the hood, you know what I'm saying, was stealing money from me when I had a job. You know what I'm saying? So, it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know. So, yeah, I just look at it as evil. I don't look at it as a race thing is the point I'm trying to say. There's evil people, and therefore there's evil white people in power that do things like give black people more time if they're the white judge. You know what I'm saying? They got a black criminal in front of them. Absolutely. But there's black judges, too, in this country. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
It's like this,
Yeah. understandable, and I understand that, and I agree with it. Also, I eh, let's take where I live at right now, for instance. It's go ahead, read. You can read it if you want to.
Yeah, it's Mr. Smith says it's great to get out of this country and see other cultures' perspectives on life. I'm just gonna read all of them. I'm gonna stop interrupting. Myquetta says it definitely does. My paternal grandfather is biracial, but I'm not essentially biracial. Oh, that's interesting. So she's like a quarter. She says, "Preach, appreciate you, Myquetta. Call back in whenever you're ready." Mr. Smith said the greatest trick the devil ever pulled is convincing everyone that he doesn't exist. Exactly. That's good. That's gold. There. He has one more. He said my maternal grandmother was biracial, but I still doesn't explain my Filipino eyes because she was not Asian. Yeah, I'm Hispanic, and I don't know what part of me that is. You know what I'm saying? Now, bro says Mister. Oh, Doxxy Trash says, Mr. if I was the devil, I'd have everyone walking around with bitten apples, lol, hooked up to 5G. Damn. Yeah, hey, man, y'all hating on the iPhone. I got one right here. I got
Well,
one right here.
he's not. It's not. He's not. Doxy's not wrong, but we can get into that in a second.
Go
Now,
ahead.
what I was saying about race is that I see who's benefiting more here, who's benefited more, and who with the system, who the system benefits more. Okay, and you could say nepotism and everything else fits into the system of racism because I'm in a town where if you don't know anybody and you don't have any like connections or ties, it can be very hard to get a job here. You literally basically have to sleep with somebody, more than likely a white person, here in
Mm,
this town in order to fit in and get connections here to be able to make any money or flourish in this town, in this area
mhm,
where I live at. And this area prides itself on not being, at least where I live at, it prides itself on not being racist. But
mm,
they at the end of the day they still have the token Negro in, you know, the town council, the city council. You see what
mm,
I'm saying? So, and they feel like, well, we have this many black people here, and we have this black person here who's lived here their whole life. So he's good enough to represent all the black people here, even if he doesn't know all the black people here.
right.
You know.
Welcome back.
And did you hear about the story about Sade?
The singer?
No. The look up Sade, Wisconsin.
Is it recent?
It happened a couple days ago. It's real recent, and I can give you the gist of it.
Hold on, hold on. So we're gonna dive in this together. Great. I'm glad you're presenting this. Let me share my screen, and then we're gonna go through this Friday, Wisconsin. Everybody joining live, please like the live, share it. You know what I'm saying? Let people know you're in the building. Okay, so can you see my screen, people?
Yes.
Okay. So I found this CNN case that said a harrowing trail of the missing Wisconsin student, I guess. Let's see when it loads. Harrowing trail of evidence that led to an arrest in a case of missing college student. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see what it says here. It says Sade Robinson, 19-year-old, studying for an associate's degree in Milwaukee area technical college. Hope to hold on one second. Did I have? Is everyone still there?
Yes.
Oh, Myquetta, you got bounced out, I guess.
She
Yeah, I got
still okay.
There we go.
So let me see if I can remove your other one. I'm gonna remove the other one.
There we go.
Good. Okay, we got 15 people on the live. I appreciate you, y'all. Please like, share the live. Can y'all see the screen still or no?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so when 19-year-old Sade Robinson didn't show up for her shift at a Wisconsin pizza restaurant on April 2nd, her coworkers immediately suspected something was wrong The evening before, Robinson had planned a first date with Maxwell Anderson, 33, at a local seafood restaurant, according to a criminal complaint against Anderson. He is now facing charges of homicide, mutilation of a corpse, and arson in connection with Robinson's death. What? Oh wait, was that white guy? I think I seen it on the Shade Room. Was it the white guy that popped up? I guess that I don't know. There was some kind of white guy with in handcuffs I seen online. I don't know.
Yes.
We'll keep reading though. The young college student had been looking forward to the date, even telling a worker in her building how excited she was. The complaint, she said. She texted Anderson she was feeling seafood and headed out to meeting him at a seafood restaurant where he used to work, wearing ripped jeans, a white shirt, according to the complaint. Robinson was a vibrant, extroverted presence at the Pizza Shuffle. Manager Justin Romano described her to CNN affiliate. She was very outgoing. She would talk to everybody here. I guess that's the girl. She was always there to lighten the mood. Not showing up work the next day wasn't like her at all. And so, what happened here? I guess it was a first date went bad. I mean, I could read this on, but give me the gist of it.
What happened there? I'll tell you what happened there, because I watched somebody called the Radical Sister, and she's a bit racist, but I'm grateful for the information. So what happened there was, hey Doxxy, what happened there was she went out, she met this guy supposedly on a white supremacist website, a dating website. She more than likely had a race play fetish, because there are here, you say, you're both not like that. Like, yeah, dangerous.
Not the race play fetish. Damn, that could get you killed these days. No knock to her. I'm just saying, Jesus Christ.
That's
playing with the race play.
So she was she met him on the website, and they started talking, and they got into the part where they were going on a date and talking about dating. And so he took her out he was a bartender, by the way. He took her out to the restaurant, and then he took her back to his apartment, and they think Monday or Tuesday is when he killed her and he mutilated her. And now this is the thing about the race part that's coming up for me. So he dismembered her body, and he threw her all over the county of Wisconsin, the part of Wisconsin they in. So
wow.
Now also his friend, how the police found out that it was him, was that his friend went to the police and said that he was talking about digging holes for for bodies. So hey, Jack Morgan. Now the race thing, the reason the race thing comes into it for me is because now this is in Wisconsin, all right? Okay, so when Gabby Petito went missing, they was like gung ho about it. The police was everywhere looking for her. They spent $2,000 a day looking for this girl, right? And I'm grateful they did that. I mean, I wish that I would hope they do it for anybody to go missing, right? So, but for this girl, it wasn't the police who found one of the body parts. It was somebody who was just out on the water, not connected to the case in any way, not a friend or family, nothing connected to him. Just found a leg on the bank of a river and turned it in. Okay, and oh God, east side, west side, all sides.
Yo, someone said that there's an echo. I think the echo might be coming from you, Yoninah. Do you have another YouTube open?
Nope, not the sound's coming out of, but I do have my door open, so that might be it.
Yeah, see, because we don't want it to ruin the play. Let's see. Let me go through some of the comments real quickly. And hold on, Yoninah. Let me mute you real quick because it seems like when I talk, it echoes off of you. So I'm gonna just mute you real quick, girl. And then when you speak, we're gonna only have you on, and then everyone else is gonna be quiet. Miss Smith said that's fucked up. Yeah, I know. Clearly, man. I don't know what the hell's going on in the world. Amma said mute the guest. Okay, I'm sorry, brother. Trying to keep the quality high. Sorry, guys. She said big out shout out to Viscera on the stream. Who's that? Who's via Sierra on the? Who's that? I don't know. CX, who you talking about? Alberto says someone got an echo going. All right, guys. Man, I gotta read these comments. People letting me know I ain't even paying attention. All right. Mr. said, well, that escalated really quickly. Yeah, that's crazy. Ahmed said race play fetish is crazy. Yeah, that is literally going to be a chapter of this part of the live stream, race play fetish. Thank you for the name. I'm definitely going to tag that when I do time coding later on. Actually, is that Haku or Tanaka? Who are you talking about? Who knows CX? I don't know who CX is, bro. Who are you? I don't know who you are, but I don't know what you're talking about either. Mr. Smith said the coonery knows no bounds. Yeah, and no race either. You know what I'm saying? Even though I won't lie, we don't really see black people doing this race play, killing white folks. So I don't know. Not to say that we ain't racist against y'all, but Jesus, man, come on. Leave my sisters alone. Hex says CX is called Hakuna Matata. Yo, am I lost? You guys have like side conversations. I don't know what's going on. Mr. Smith said, I hope some parts of this story are not true. Bro, it sounds wild. All right, so look, I think the echo's coming from you, Yoninah, so I'm going to let you roll for a little bit, and then when you stop, I'm going to meet you again. All right, so continue.
Okay. So the thing about her case is that now I'm comparing it to Gabby Petito's case. All right, Gabby Petito, she went missing. You know what I'm saying? All the police went wild. This girl go missing. And they're not taking it seriously until they find a leg, and it's they do DNA testing and they don't know who it could be, so they say, well, let's see if we could test it against the girl that they say missing, and they find out it's her, and yeah, it was her. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like they that being said, the police still aren't putting together a team to find the rest of her body parts. It's basically at this moment, right now, just her friends and family who are out there for hours, and they haven't even scoured like a fourth of the county trying to find her body parts. They're right now they're just trying to find, like, where the leg was found. They hoping that they can come up on more body parts in that area. But the police have not entered into the fray to help these people at all. And I'm like, what's taking them so long? Why are the police in, Wisconsin not doing their job when, okay, you found the leg, okay, the leg was DNA tested and you found out it was this person. Why have you not jumped on this when Gabby Petito went missing? Y'all didn't find her body or nothing, but y'all didn't stop searching. You spent $200,000 a day until she was found. And now this case, a leg was found, and y'all not jumping on the case to help the parents find the rest of the body, you know?
Okay, I'm going to meet you real quick. I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me? Did I unmute myself? All for you, Yoninah. We're playing these mute games. Anyway, it's fine. So, all right. So that's that case. And I'm going to let Myquetta kind of give her take on it. I want Doxxy to give their take on it. But yeah, it does seem kind of racially motivated. But again, like I said, I don't think it's racism per se. I think it's evil, right? Taking the disguise of a white man or a white county of people. It really just wrong. You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be justice for one color over another. And if you got the bread to spend on Gabby Petito, spend on everybody. But all right, so Myquetta, you unmute yourself. Give me your take on it.
The race play is crazy. This is what I can do. Because, like I said before, I don't discriminate as far as dating, but if I'm going to date outside my race, that's something I definitely would not take part in. It's just too dangerous.
Yeah, you can't meet a white boy online and go for seafood. What the?
I mean, you You can't meet anybody online and go for seafood nowadays. Not have to take a certain guess, but it's just certain things you just don't partake in when you don't fully know a person either. You know?
Yeah, that's scary. And for everybody that join in, please like this live. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We do 3 lives a week: Sundays at 8, Tuesdays at 9, and Thursdays at 9. Doxy, what's your take, bro? Unmute yourself. Give me your take on this whole race play thing and what's going on in Wisconsin.
Yeah, they gotta get some more resources over there, I guess.
Mm.
Somebody should definitely make that happen. I don't know. Certain organizations will step in, like church services will start to look, and then they'll be calling the police and stuff. So people like that just got to get on the phone, like church leaders and stuff like that. I think it
Do you
starts
think
on
it
that.
was racially motivated for the dude that
Oh
did it?
yeah, he over. I was looking it up over here, looking like Kurt Cobain and stuff. Dude over here bored as hell. I mean, I think all that shit's like a fetish these days, you know? People, it's just that's what it is.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. I think CX says we're fucked. You can't meet a person and you can't meet online. 2024 people were out and
Imagine like
people
the
were out
sister.
live in the 80s and were was serial killers heaven, but good times they were lit. Yeah,
That might have been the
I don't
only
know
girl
what's
that
up
ever
with that,
talked to
bro.
him.
Yeah, that's why like I actually I'm talking to this one girl I met on Hinge, and we're gonna FaceTime tonight for the first time. And I
Ooh.
guess my job is to convince her that I won't chop her up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the world we live in now. That I have to like convince people that I don't do the chopping. You know, I was like, listen, man, I got a YouTube. It's doing really well. It ain't in my, you know what I'm saying? It don't benefit me none to take you out for seafood and put you on a chopping board. It don't benefit me none. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Doxy, when's the last time you've been on a blind date like this? And then we'll ask around everyone else.
Blind date like this, probably like say a month ago. I mean, ain't nothing too crazy, but you know, people peep the IG or you send them photos and stuff. So we probably know somebody, that
Okay.
kind of deal.
So did you feel like you had to ease her mind? Like, look, man, I ain't into that kind of ish.
No, not really. Uh,
Was the race different? Was she biracial too, or what? Was she white? Was
no,
Russian,
she was
black?
she was white
Okay, okay. And so, let me ask you this: do you feel like white girls, because you're fair skinned, or just in your own experience,
for
do they
sure.
trust you, or it's kind of harder for you? Or what's the deal?
It all depends on, you know, 'cause I grew up in a lot of different areas and stuff. So if you say you from a certain area, they might peep that with crime. Or if
Hmm.
you're living in this area now, then they peep that with whatever, you know. Over here, in the Midwest is pretty it's based on like social status and stuff like that, you know.
Right,
So it all depends on how they react from there, you know.
right. So all right. What about you, Yoninah? We're gonna all mute ourselves so Yoninah could speak. So Yoninah, what's your thought? Have you been on a date like this recently? And what was your feelings going in on today?
For me, I ain't been on a date in a minute because, like, the last guy I was with, I told y'all about what happened with him. So, I was kind of done with, anything to do with dating or anything like that because I felt like, you know how you get them feelings and you just feel like, man, something to get wild. I better take a step back. It's step back. That's what I felt. I felt that almost 2 years ago, and that was when I was with the guy who was married, but he was stepping out, and I was a side chick, and then he cheated on the side chick, me, and with to cheat with another side chick, and then tried to come back to me 7 months later and tried to tell me that the chick that he was outside with at 11 o'clock at night that was blonde with glasses on, and she a European white chick. He trying to tell me that's his Puerto Rican mama. No, no, she not. Okay, so at that point, I'm like, I don't know who he trying to fool, but
So hold on. I wanna talk about do you like let's stick to the kind of topic of meeting random people and you as a woman, how does that feel trying to, the fear or because of stories like this, how are you apprehensive when you go on these kind of blind dates?
okay, well, yes, if I was going on, well, when I was dating yes, I was definitely apprehensive because of being with somebody who battered me, and so I didn't want to get in that type of relationship again. And then like when I was doing my whole thing, I I had a guy try and get me to leave my apartment to go with him to, and I'm like, no, I'm cool here. You see, you came. You see, you cool here. Just go get my donation and bring it back. And he's like, okay. He left and he never came back. So, and I was apprehensive. I felt like if I left, something bad was gonna happen to me. So, yeah, I'm very apprehensive now, and even just like dating a regular guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, look at the Lacey Peterson case. She was married to that man, and he didn't. Did her. He slumped her, and she was pregnant, and the kids. So I mean, you gotta be really careful with who you get with nowadays. And as far as getting with somebody for the and subjecting for women, when we subject men to the 3 month rule, you might want to make that a year rule, because the Dusties are on to the 3 month rule. So that's some free game for the woman. And if he ain't waiting to wait that year, he ain't willing to wait that year, he's not worth it. And he's not worth giving yourself to, because he wants just one thing from you, and it's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. Okay, so yeah,
Well, so okay, so you have some apprehension. You're thinking about waiting a year. Hold on.
great.
Myquetta, what about you? Kind of unmute yourself. Tell me what your thoughts are.
Um, I've dated mine. I had Twitter. I had lots of stuff with it. It's something that's not for me. I'd rather take somebody like you to meet in person. But either way is gambling. You're rolling the dice no matter what you do. But I just prefer to not go online. But that seems like the only option kind of nowadays too, because nobody's outside. So it's like I just much rather not do it at this point, because it's just too much of a game. It's too much of a game.
All right, so I got to go through all this trouble. I'm muting. Alberto, if that's you in your queue, wave your hand, bro. I'll bring you in. Just wave your hand so I can see it's you, my brother. I got a guy.
Hey, Shape, some of these girls be fast online though. They'll send you everything before you even meet them. You know what I mean? Photos wise and stuff.
Yeah, we got nothing to worry about, but it's like I ain't worried about a girl chopping me up and kidnapping
Right.
me. You know what
But,
I'm saying?
but who knows if that girl was exciting him and saying different things and stuff.
Right. Yeah, let me see. So I think this is my boy Alberto, that's you. Let me real quick. That's you,
Yo,
brother?
yo, yo.
Okay, cool. I'll try
That's
to get
me,
you to wave
baby.
your hand and make sure it's you. All right, let me get through the comments. Thank you everybody for joining in. Like, subscribe, share this chat. The chat is growing, the live is growing. I appreciate you guys. That means we got a bigger voice, and that means we got to be more responsible. All right, let's see. Some of the cool things I've seen in here. CX says, I'm from London, UK. Seeing this dying out here 15 years ago was live, generational thing. Now they're weird. The Gen Z, all the clubs shutting down. I missed the 2000, bro. I missed the 2000s too, bro. Back in the day, you had to like know people to meet girls. You had to like, yo, man, you got a friend? Remember that? Like, yo, you got a friend? Like, you can introduce me to your friend, that type of thing. Hold on, guys. I'm just gonna get through the comments just to make sure we getting everybody a chance to speak. Sasha, what's up, girl? She says, random question, Shape. Why do they call you Shape? Damn, I don't know if I want to go through that story. I'll make it really quickly. Back in the day when I was a kid growing up, people thought I look like Dave Chappelle. I know. I don't know. I don't think I do, but people thought like Dave Chappelle. I grew up I moved from the hood to like the suburbs when I was like 13. And that's like the only black dude they knew. And they thought I was kind of special. So they said I look like Dave Chappelle. Anyway, I didn't like the nickname, but the nickname stuck. So I spelled it differently than Dave Chappelle. I spelled it Shapel. So Shape L. And then when I moved back to the hood or started hanging out in the hood, they just called me Shape for short instead of Chappelle. So that's kind of how I got the nickname Shape. I've had it since I was like 15. So that's a long story, but hopefully it was short, wrapped it up. Burrow says because he likes big booties. I do like big booties and the shape of booties too. Honestly, just telling you the truth. It don't gotta be big. It just gotta be round. You know what I'm saying? And preferably brown. No knock to nobody. That's just what I want. All right, Mr. Mr. said I grew up in an area where white women very commonly dated black men exclusively. You know what? Every time I hear this, it pisses me off because I didn't grow up in that area. So I wish I did. So I could, I could get the woodies too. I ain't get none of that. Mr. Mr. says legit. Yo, so you guys both seen a place I ain't never seen before. CX says I'm white, never had all that crap when I was coming up in the 90s. We all won. It was more, can you hold it down and have standards and respect? Now the new gen are hardcore on division, I swear. Yeah, bro, it wasn't like this fully when I was growing up. Let's see some things I don't gotta read here. Oh, let me read this from Mr. Mister. And bear with me, guys. I'm getting to all the comments. Mr. Imagine men did their own 3-month rule. We don't spend $1 on a woman for 3 months. If she had a problem with that, she's not worth it. Actually, okay, let's talk about that as a panel. I like that. So somebody chime into what they think about this one at a time. Let's let the guys go. Okay, let's let Myquetta go first, and then everybody else. Let's talk to him.
There's a such thing as free date. Go to the park, the beach. I mean, you got to sit there with no person anyway. So why spend all that elaborate money and stuff? No, let's go talk. Let's do something active. Like, you ain't got to spend all that money. Cool.
But a lot of girls don't want to go on free dates. I invited a girl to a cafe, a place where you get coffee and a bagel, and she turned it down.
She wasn't for you.
No, I'm not complaining. I saved that money. You know what I'm saying? That was my thoughts on it. Doxxy, what's your thoughts on that? The 3 of men have their own 3-month rule.
I mean, that'd be dope, but I don't ever see that happening.
Yeah, right? I live in the real world where girls will turn you down for not even, spending 100. You got to spend like 100.
Said not $1. Yeah, right. Hell no. That's funny.
Alberto, what's your thoughts, my brother?
It's probably common in Europe, but I don't know about in America. I heard about it overseas. Maybe. So would you pull that stunt, or you feel like you wouldn't pull that stunt? Well, where I'm at right now, I don't think so. No, unless you spend like $20-$30 or something like that.
Okay.
I mean, you've seen her once a month, like that kind of thing,
It might not last though, because it's competition. Girls got a whole lineup of dudes waiting to take your turn. Like if you don't, get in where you fit in, she gonna move on. A lot of girls they can't handle the fact that they got a large list. They're gonna see what everyone else is hitting for. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be like, oh, you know what, you're kind of special. Let me see what's up with you. They'll be like, nah, he broke. He didn't want to take me nowhere. He want to take me to the park. This other dude want to take me to, Mr. Chow's. We going to Mr. Chow's. You know what I'm saying? Yoninah, what's your thoughts?
Benihana's. They're gonna take her to Benihana's, huh?
Oh, that's a good stuff.
Yeah, but my thought is that would be good because then you have to that means that the woman would have to get to know the man instead of getting to know his money and what his wallet size is. So if the man had a 3-month rule and the woman had a 3-month rule, it make everything even. To me, it'd be equal. That's real equality because you're both just putting in time and energy into each other instead of worrying about how much money goes into the time and energy you spend together.
But a free date now with all the crime happening in the world might look like, you know what I'm saying, that you don't want to spend the money because you got other plans. Your plans is to kidnap and chop up. You know what I'm saying? It might look like that. So people might feel safer going to a nice restaurant that way if you try something, there's going to be a crowd of people that can stop you and see it.
Or wondering who you really taking out on dates and stuff.
What do you mean by that?
Like if you're not spending no money on her, taking her on free dates, you might think you taking her somewhere, taking someone else out somewhere, spending money and all that.
Yeah, like she'll look at it like you don't like her as a testimony of how you feel about her. I feel that way 100%.
I feel like the free dates don't come until after you already spent a bunch of money.
That's true too. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a good point. Yeah, bro. I love when after we get past that part where girls just come over to your crib and they can chill. Now y'all can do Netflix and chill. Now you could do it. You know what I'm saying? Now you could get a little, you know what I'm saying, a little rub and tug. You know what I'm saying, underneath the rug type of thing. You know, so you gotta wait for that. You gotta earn that.
Yeah, I wanted to respond to bro who said like if you take her on a free date, she might be a little apprehensive of you. Well, that could be true, but how much money did Mr. Anderson spend on Miss Sade at the seafood place?
Apparently, he got like a lobster steak and steak. So you know, he probably dropped the bag to chop her up like that. And I know I keep making light of it. I'm just, bro, it's you know, it's a sad story, but Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? I gotta like treat this like this ain't even a real thing. Really quickly, let me read Jack Morgan's comment. Jack Morgan just donated $4.99. Appreciate you, my guy. Guys, donations help this channel go very far. And I appreciate everybody for supporting the hard work, even Jack supporting the hard work. He says, if she doesn't pay for the first date, it's a no for me. Yeah, I think, Jack, you're famous, so you can pull that off. I can't pull that off just yet. A girl probably treats you to a date, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the girls calling in trying to get a free $100 off you, you know what I'm saying? They think you got the bag, you know, so maybe you could do that, you know what I'm saying? What you guys think about that? If she don't pay for the date? Guys, I want y'all to respond to that.
At least 50-50 for me. If they pay half, I pay half. We could do that at least.
I mean, I just pay, man. I don't even be talking.
Or just pay for the whole thing, whatever.
Pay, man.
Give me the check.
Man, come on. Get $100 when you pass go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? I just chalk it up to the game, man. But JJ ain't free. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you want to be in a nice, warm, wet place, you know what I'm saying, that's comfy and disease free, is gonna cost you.
I was watching this one show. I forget what it was, but this guy pretty much got like turned down, basically. Like, you know, he what was it? He paid for the bill and he kind of stormed off, kind of pissed off. And there was like these two old guys that were like sitting next to them. And what was it? I think the old guys offered to pay for the chick's part of the tab, because like, they were like, oh, you told them what you wanted, and they ended up paying for her part of the tab. It's like these old guys, I mean, in that show, they really didn't understand like the modern dating nowadays. I forget. I'm trying to remember what it was from.
Yeah, really quick. Let's do an age check. CX said, how old's everyone here? Just for reference, I'm 36. Doxxy, what about you?
32.
Okay, Myquetta?
36.
And Yoninah?
The big 36, honey.
Damn, we all, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? 3-6 Mafia in here. You know what I'm saying? Throw your threes up. You feel me?
Who's the oldest out of the 36?
I was born in January. Maybe me. I'm thinking me.
September.
Okay. Wait. So you turning 37?
Yeah. I'm 37.
Okay. Oh yeah. You got me beat. Alberto, what's your age, brother?
27.
Okay. 27. All right. Let's keep moving through the chat really quickly. What we got here? Shasha said, real women will go on dates for free. All my dates for free. LOL. I'm married to him now. Okay. Now, guys, I would love to believe we live in this world, but Sasha, I ain't never experienced that before. I would love to go on a free date. Trust me. My bank account will love it. But I ain't just never seen it before. Right. You know what I'm saying? I just never seen it. So please let me know where these free dates exist. I just want to know.
I gotta say, what's your opinion on this soft guy era? I'd be like hearing about it on TikTok.
Yeah, soft guys go on free dates. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on a soft guy era. You know.
Also, I was also thinking because there are women out here also that push the women need to get the men to pay for a date and whatnot, and so they push the ideal that if a woman goes on a free date, she isn't worth her salt. She doesn't know her worth, and the man should stay away from them. So that's another issue. And Alberto, you a baby.
I know.
Okay.
Nah, but you know what? He got to pay for dates too, though. He ain't too young to pay for a date.
Hey, but I was thinking too, though, like
she got to cash at me $50 at least.
Yeah,
But
it's funny. All right, let's see. So actually, it's funny you say that. Heck says, yo, Heck, shout out to you. Appreciate the $5 donation. He says, if she doesn't cash at me $50 for my haircut, she's not getting a date with me.
exactly,
Major ick. Yeah, it's
dude. What's
giving brokey vibes.
dude? You know
Boss
what's
babe
funny
can't
about it?
cover me,
Yeah,
broski.
that's the whole thing right there, ain't it? That's the
Yeah,
whole.
but the funny thing is, it's like it's kind of you know how those some of those like women on the dating apps, they demand the 3 6s, and it's kind of like turning it's kind of the table has turned where the guy is demanding that she better have the 3 6s, like, you know.
I like the 3 S's, you know what I'm saying? Sex, silence, and shut the F up. You know what I'm saying? If you can do that, we good. Cause girls, man, they'll start a problem out of thin air. Like, please just don't start today. Please. I ain't trying to beef with you. Just shut it, sex and sandwich, and we gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. I mean, Myquetta, you think you can handle that? That's too much, y'all.
No, that's understandable.
See, that's why, the red pill tells you to date young girls. I'm done dating young girls,
No,
for this exact reason. I need me a girl that's mature. I need a girl that's mature.
But
You
no,
know what I'm saying?
Mature.
I was gonna
And,
but sure.
and she tends to be older. So on my Hinge preferences right now, it's like 29 and up. Like I can't go for the young girls no more. It's just, yeah, bro. I'm sorry, man. The red pill and led me down the wrong path. So yeah, I ain't with it no more. I can't do
real
it.
quick. No, I was gonna say too, like in your initial conversation when you're talking to somebody, like you get to know like what type of things they expecting too. Like if I'm talking to you and everything, like I'm telling you, oh, I like this place, I like this place, I like this place, so you get a feel of what they're expecting, you know.
True.
Heck put a good comment here. He says Sasha Johnson woman will go on free dates with the Chads and Tyrones, not the average Joe. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. By the way, you know what? I consider myself a Chad, but I don't go on free dates, so this might not be true for me. You know what I'm saying? I just don't take the risk. You know what I'm saying? But so the way I do it is I only go on dates with girls who I don't mind spending the money on. I don't do the, you know what I'm saying? I'll just be picky. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do the FaceTime. My first free date is the FaceTime. Let's FaceTime first for 20 minutes to an hour. That's the first free date. You know what I'm saying? But that's also so nothing's creepy happens. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's usually the first free date for me. But what do you guys think about that? Can Chad and Tyrone get a free date? Talk to me, panel.
Yeah. I mean, you can still get the date free. I'm just saying, like the date can start out free, and then it could lead into other things. I like to go on long ass dates.
Right.
That I like to be from, like noon to midnight. You know what I mean? That's my date.
To spend the night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, girl,
Like,
let's go back and watch a movie. That
you
shit
know, I,
always works on y'all. Y'all be knowing it. Y'all don't be knowing. Y'all. It always works. Hey, man, you want to catch some this really cool, and damn well we ain't trying to watch no TV, yo.
I'm trying to make sure they having fun. I'm gonna make them tired out from fun.
Hey. All right, Alberto, what about you, bro? Can Chad and Tyrone get free dates?
Yeah.
Okay. That was a short answer. He was like, yep. Myquetta, what about you? Can Chad and Tyrone get a free date?
Yeah.
The right amount of persuasion too.
No, like okay, so I dated this one guy, he didn't have a car, like that. Our date was I'm paying the whole way. Because for one, I've always been taught when you go out on a date, you already have your own money. And two, like if it's not that serious, if it's not that deep, like just pay your own way or we went on a date, I paid. He paid. Like it's not a big deal.
All right. Let's see what else is in the chat. Yo, chat, man. Appreciate you guys. You guys and Mr. Man, thank you for holding down the chat. Sasha's holding down the chat. Everybody going in right now. I appreciate it. Bob Levitt says, "Hey, pay your rent." Yeah, you're right. Instead of going on these expensive dates, I bet you know what I'm saying. It ain't. It might not be worth it. Artem says, "Remember the Cheesecake Factory chick that was we're dating? Were here in 2024." Yeah, I did a video on it and it did pretty well. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate it. Go check out that video on my channel to hear the story about that. That was a pretty interesting story to say the least. Fitness Dan Daddy says, Miss Dove, take care of your hair. Don't show yourself looking ungroomed. Whoa, 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 whoa. People not take you very seriously, bro. Chill with the slander, my guy. Chill with the slander, okay? She could come on here however she want to come on here. It's all good. I actually like a girl with natural hair, so if you got wild natural hair like Lenny Kravitz, I rock with you. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, guys, come on. Don't disrespect the panel, man. You know, they're up here doing the hard work. This is the hard work up here. Let's see. Let me see this other comment. And guys, I'm gonna get through the comments. We get panel, get your takes ready. Everyone, did we all sit around on men on MSN and AOL chat talking about how to break down different date scenarios and toxic material? No. What the hell? Everything is a science lesson now. 90s approach only. Bro, that is so true. Yo, do y'all remember AIM and having like your own message and stuff, the messenger, and having your little like BRB, remember BRB, you know what I'm saying? Be right back. Like you left your screen and you had like a little message. Huh?
AFK.
What's that?
Away from keyboard.
Oh, we didn't say that. We black. We did the BRB. Away from keyboard. Away from monitor. No, I didn't do that. I don't know about that. But yeah. Yo, who else had an AOL in here, bro? I remember that. Yo, remember AOL was making mad money, right? Everyone's trying to get America Online. Like you were broke if you didn't have that. I didn't have it, so you know, yeah, we were broke apparently. But that was the standard back then. Then they just came and went. That's kind of funny. Hex says feminine, friendly, and fit. Shout out to the GOAT Kevin Samuels. Let's talk about this. Guys, what's your take on this? I mean, Kevin Samuels kind of gave people the kind of the go-to for how to judge a woman. I'm gonna let the guys go first, then I'm gonna let the girls go. Doxxy, go first.
I met Kevin Samuels. I did an interview with him.
Oh, that's dope.
Okay. We're gonna let you speak though. Let the guys go first, and we'll let the girls take the show at the end.
Okay.
Definitely being friendly. You know, feminine's cool. Fit. Everybody can work on being fit.
Facts.
You know, depending on whatever the situation is or what kind of type you like. You know, everybody knows where they at with that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember we used to talk about spending money on dates and stuff. I'd be thinking of back, like, man, I've been paying for dates since skating days, buying the girls tickets, buying their skates, you know, skating rink days and stuff. You know,
I know
like
girls are getting freebies our whole life, yo. Girls are
man,
life on free vibes, right? Everything's fun and free. Fun and free. Berto, what's your thoughts on that? Feminine, friendly, and fit.
I agree. But as far as the red pill goes, it's Tom Likas and also like Rollo Tomasi. They've been preaching that before like Kevin Samuels and all these like influencers came into the spotlight. You know, like Tom Likas, he had a radio show and he was encouraging people like not to date single mothers, not to get in debt, like, you know, basically kind of giving his take on the red pill, but he didn't call it the red pill. He was just giving his like brutal, honest advice. And this was like in the, I don't know if he's still on the air, but this was in the 2000s for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine if we had that in my time, because my dad was a single dad with 3 kids, so nobody would have dated his ass. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? I would have never had a step parent if we had these shows around. So thank you. You know, I didn't like my stepmom that much. She was, you know, enough to kind of keep my dad somewhat sane and insane at the same time. So yeah, I do think these shows are really changing the way people behave. So there's definitely a net negative to some of these talking points. Ladies, y'all take it from here. What y'all thoughts on this? Feminine, friendly, and fit. Let's go. Myquetta, you go first, and then we'll let Doxxy go. I mean, we'll let Yoninah go after you because you know she's gonna have a long-winded answer. So Myquetta, you go first.
Oh, I completely agree. Like you gotta definitely be feminine. No, friendly. I personally not stand with stuck up people. There's no reason for you to be stuck up. There's no reason for you to have an attitude. No, nothing. Feminine, I mean, that's a definite too, especially if you don't want to be with a man. And Fit, yeah. Everybody was different, depending on what you like, what you do, situational and everything. But if you're a female and you're out there dating, friendly, feminine, that's the requirement.
Real quick though, Myquetta, what do you think is what does feminine mean to you?
You can't be all rah rah, oh yeah, and all that stuff. Like that is doing too much. Like, what man is going to be with you, and you act on it, especially out in public? You got to represent yourself. He's not out there trying to be with a man; he's trying to be with a woman. So you got to.
Yeah, what are the things that make them? What are make things like make them like different, feminine wise?
Say it again.
So what sort of feminine characteristics that are like dimorphic and unique in women?
I would say being soft spoken.
Mm-hmm.
So voice. I don't say the word obedient, but yeah, a little bit. Just like I said, it's not on that rah-rah, not trying to be competitive with them. Like that's a
Yeah, the whole boss babe thing, I feel like it's not a feminine thing. It's a masculine thing. Personally, I'm not saying girls don't get your business, don't get your job, but what's wrong with getting them in? Like, why y'all want to work? We let us I thought we were the ones taking out the trash. Now y'all want to take out the trash. Make up your mind.
Yeah, it's wild out here with that stuff.
Shit.
Yeah.
Can I comment on that?
Go ahead.
The thing with that is that women and men have been disconnected. Remember when I was talking about communication a couple shows back?
Mm-hmm.
We lost that ability to communicate with one another, and women were told you can't depend on a man because you don't know if he'll be with you or not. He might run off from you, so you have to learn how to be self reliant and treat the man as a tool, something to be used, unless he shows you otherwise. Men were taught that women, we're looking for the next best thing. We're looking for the next pedestal up. So if you got something and we see somebody with something better, we'll stay with you and trick you to make you think that we with you, but we really not. We just there until our sure thing with the next pedestal is fully caught, and then we'll leave you. So you gotta be, the one that she wants. You have to make yourself desirable. You have to make all this money to make her want you and show her that you're the only one for her. So because of that,
you feel like we gotta prove ourselves to women?
Yeah, exactly. That's the date thing. Why can't you go on a free date? Because men, if they go try to go on a free date, they'll be seen as a dusty, and if women try and go on a free date, they'll be seen as the female version of a dusty. They'll
like
be
low value. Like they don't got no value. That's why they're going on a free date.
Right. They don't know their worth. So now everything is about value and money, and if you don't have that, then it's nothing. Your life means nothing, and you don't mean anything.
And just like that, just like this girl in Wisconsin, I'm sure he paid for the date, and look what happens. So we use dates to judge men about if you pay for it, means something. It might not mean nothing. It might mean he really want to get to the second part of the date, which is the chop up and the burial. You know what I'm saying? So,
and so with Kevin Samuels,
wow.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
I
don't know how you do that to a human other than being excited about doing it. It's not something, you don't know her. What could she have possibly done? You know what I'm saying? Like
sending them pictures, getting them too excited.
True. Could have.
People are crazy.
Right, real quick, I'm gonna try and make this quick because I know I had to win the stories.
Go ahead.
Kevin Samuels, I met him in 2019. I explained my situation to him. And
so wait, you on his live show? You got one of those live shows?
Yeah, I called in. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
What?
So
please find an episode and send it to me.
God, that's so long ago. I don't even know if it's still on this channel. I'll try.
It is. He's dead. He didn't take it out.
It's on there.
Basically, I explained my situation to him. I told him what was going on. And he asked me the same question he asked every other female. And he basically told me that I was gonna be alone for the rest of my life. So there's that.
Whoa. Whoa. You know, it's funny. I talked to Kevin Samuels too, and he wanted me to become a pastor. I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna be no goddamn pastor. What do you mean? He's
Pastor.
wrong. Because the whole thing was like about church and stuff. So I'll talk about that another time. But yeah,
Okay. You do
Hey,
we had a
Shake,
good
bro.
conversation.
Oh,
Huh?
okay. I'm muting.
Hey,
Yeah.
what do you think of when you take a girl like at her lowest? You know, whether that's her mental state or her fitness, ain't like I mean, like it ain't too bad, but you bring her up, stuff like that, and then they turn around or they don't respect you, that type of deal.
Yeah,
Like
unfortunately,
or they
yeah.
never respect you to begin with because they're not happy with themselves, and but they'll take the attention and all that. You know, I'll be hearing about stuff like that.
It's a touchy subject, but look at the story I just did about the girl Gypsy Rose. You know, dude
Oh
married her when
yeah,
she was in jail. The minute she got out of jail, she divorced him. The
yeah,
thing
monkey
about
branch.
women is this, man, and you know, I hate to say this, and girls, you guys could chime in, and then we're gonna read Sasha's comment and chime in on that. And that was a great take there, Doxy. You can't change nobody. So I don't believe in dating people based on their potential. You kind of got to date people where they're at. So date a girl and kind of, I'm with the whole accept me, take me as I am. You know how girls say that? I'm with that. And that means if you don't like the way she is now, forget about her, bro. Like just take, you know what I'm saying? Because the pressure of you trying to change her is going to ruin y'all relationship. She never going to sit well with the fact that you trying to upgrade her. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women want to upgrade you, you know, and that's just
Well, it's
what
not even
my
like in the
experience.
case of like grading her. She just already don't respect herself, but you respecting her. She's wondering why you're giving all this attention when she don't even like herself. Like that kind of thing.
A broken
Yeah,
the
my
you can fix her girl.
huh?
The you can fix her girl.
Yeah, you can. I don't believe in Captain Save a Hoe or save anything wrong with a girl, bro. Personally, like it just, you know,
Yeah.
girls, women are just not built for that. In my opinion, they're not built for that in particular. A lot of girls got to find themselves on their own time and date you when they're fully healed. That's my personal opinion. Alberto, I know you're young though, but what's your thoughts on that, bro? Should you date a girl at her lowest?
What was the question? I'm sorry. I was just.
Go ahead, Doxy.
Just in the sense of like when you meet a girl and she's already like she don't respect herself, like deep down, but she's seeing you're giving her all this attention and stuff. So she ain't really respecting you because she don't even respect herself. And the relationship kind of start off like that. But you don't know that as the dude trying to date her or talk to her. You know, it's like the opposite of like them like being fat or whatever, and then they got fit and then they leave you type deal. It's like you like they wondering why you're giving them attention when they don't even like themselves. You know, because you always meet a girl who really like, you know they a bad bitch and shit like that. But like the girls who like, you know, don't, and you talk to them, they really will not have like no respect for you, but they'll take the free attention, like that kind of thing.
Okay. Well, honestly, it's all about communication. You just have to talk with each other and just kind of like see what's going on with them. Because like some women that I met, they love to talk about themselves, you know, and
Right.
they can talk about themselves for hours. So that's why I rather just shut up and listen and chime in on sometimes of it. That's my opinion on it. But I really haven't had like cases where like a chick left me because she lost weight or she did that. I really haven't had any like never dealt with that.
All right, so let's talk about Sasha's comment. Great comment from Sasha. She said, "Yes, date older women." Hold on, let me. Yes, they older women. They are smarter, and they'll start to realize that time is running out, so they won't be so picky. Let's start with the guys, and we're gonna end with the girls. This is good. So I'm gonna read again. Yes, date older women. They are smarter, and they start to realize time is running out, so they won't be so picky. Sasha, great comment. Doxy, take it away.
I mean, to be honest, I think a lot of younger girls I've been meeting, they the ones that's like less damaged and more I think they're more in tune. Some of the smartest girls I met are actually younger than the older girls. I think it's like a big gap with like girls in their mid 30s to early 30s to like early 20s and my personal, like, it's some of these young girls be blowing me away with, like, dang, you way wise past your age, you know.
Is that a cultural thing though? Because are you talking about white women or black women? No, knock. I'm just
Like,
just
definitely, like,
tell
yeah,
your
for
truth.
sure, like younger
Tell your
Russian
truth.
girls and stuff are,
Okay.
it's probably like culture thing, but
So
yeah,
you think it's a culture thing? Look, and it's fine if it is.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
we got to learn something from Russian culture. You know what I'm saying? It's okay if we do. You know.
Yeah, it should. I'm just saying, like, yeah, for sure. Like, that's probably some girls that are American are like that, but like, yeah, for sure, like Russian girls, young and stuff, like way
East
past.
European girls.
Yeah, for sure.
Alberto, what's your take on this? Yes, they older women, they're smarter and they start to realize time is running out, so they won't be so picky.
Like, I probably would date within the same age, like a year younger or two.
Okay.
Because like the ones that are like maybe 21, 22, like younger than me, they're kind of still in their like party phase, or like still trying to like, find their path in life, kind of type of deal.
Got it. All right.
It depends on the
Myquetta.
situation.
No, absolutely. Myquetta, what's your thoughts on this? It's true older women are less picky because they're smarter and they realize time is running out?
I mean, it could go either way. You could date a young girl and she's super naive, or she can be good for you because, she's not what you would call tainted. And you can date an older woman, she got her stuff together, she know what she wants, but she can also be, damn it. I mean, it just all comes across what you come across. I wouldn't say yay or nay, one is better than the other. It just depends on who you come across at the end of the day.
Okay. Yoninah, go ahead, girl. I know you got a long-winded answer for this. Is better to date older women because they're smart and they realize their time is running out, so they're less picky. Is that true?
Like Sis said, it depends. Because when I was younger, I was way more wise than a lot of girls out there and at the same age as me. When I was 15, 16, 17, 18, I attracted an older man because I had an older mind. At the same time, I was already damaged because of the severe childhood trauma that I went through. So that's one of the things that opened my mind to be able to have that level of maturity at a younger age. But it was like how do you explain it? Because I had the maturity, but I couldn't express it. I had the maturity level and the wisdom, but I didn't have the mental faculty to express it because of the stunting that the severe childhood trauma caused me also. So it was a double-edged sword. So like Sis said, Myquetta, like she said, it depends. It depends on the woman, and it depends on where she's at in her life.
And I want to piggyback off of that too,
Go
because I was gonna say, like, I was the same way coming up. When I said I had an ex-husband, I got married at the age of 20. I went through childhood trauma. I lost both my parents as a teenager, so it forced me to grow up. But I could express what I was going through. So as me being married at 20 to a guy that's 8 years older than me, it made it a huge challenge because my mindset is a lot more mature, but me expressing what I'm going through, I'm delaying. So that caused a lot of friction. So I can definitely agree with that one. Yeah.
Okay, let's read through some of the comments. The comments are getting good. I appreciate you guys. Please, everyone that's in the comments, please like the channel, subscribe, share this video. Let's get through some of these comments, and there are a lot of good ones, so we're gonna read through them. And my panel, bear with me, and then we're gonna ask a question that everybody can answer. Six says all millennials older than 28 seem we all are on the same vibe. Life corrupted post 2012. I swear, domino effect through society, and it's all on a decline. There may be truth to that. Next comment says social media killed the real world interactions all around. I agree. This whole thing that we see, we didn't have this when we were younger. Like you're face down, walking around. You're in a club on your phone. You're in a restaurant on your phone. In a library on your phone. Now you're in college campuses on your phone. Before, if you wanted attention, you had to talk to people, and so people talked. That's a big thing. Fetish Daddy said the anger it gets in the way of feminine. Bro, the anger gets in the way of masculine too, bro. If you're an angry dude, dog, you are super feminine. So an angry woman is masculine and an angry man is feminine. Anger just takes you out of your natural energy, y'all. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. Y'all, man, get rid of that hidden anger, bro. It ain't worth it. Mr. Mrs. said feminine is gentle, non-confrontational, inspirational, submissive, beautiful, classy, suggestive instead of aggressive. Woo! Speaking, bro, Mister. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Mr. C. Alberto MK7 said there was a huge time where a woman was proud to be a woman and a man was proud to be a man. Now it became a competition between the two. Yes, that's definitely true. Shout out, Alberto.
Yeah, girls want Dodge Chargers and Challengers now.
Yeah, right. They want Scat Pack now. What?
Yeah.
Not the Scat Pack, girl. So I said, I agree with Mr. My boy, Mr. got another thing. He said, there are no millennials older than 28. We were born in the 80s and our generation Y. We don't see things the same as those born in the 90s. Yeah, let's keep going through them. Well, almost done. I remember when their girls on Facebook were a game, if they had a low cut top on and no one dared take pics of themselves as they look nuts. Now they're full on naked. And then they have high standards and morals. Yeah, it's wild. The whole turning your butt toward the camera thing is like the wildest thing I never thought would happen. That's happening now, where like everyone's just showing their butt full on. You know what I'm saying? That's
or they would sit on the sink and just try to make it look big.
Yeah, that bro. I won't lie, I like them, but it was never that
holding
was never
the cheeks. They be holding the cheeks.
That never came. Fitness Dan Daddy said women have embraced masculinity in America. Facts. That's definitely a truth there. Jack Morgan says Reverend Shape. You know what I'm saying? I'm leading, man. People's people, church steeple, as he would say. You know, that's kind of funny. Sasha says, I agree with Alberto. It's a competition now. Unfortunately, women working hard and don't even have to. God said man has to work hard, not the woman. Yes, right? They said what? Pressure is meant for shoulders, not for hips. Hips are made for loving, baby. You know what I'm saying? Fitness Dan says, Shape, are you into used bicycles? Whoa. That is definitely so. Okay, so I guess Dan Daddy doesn't agree with dating the older woman thing. That's kind of a take on that, I'm assuming. That's just my bro. Not that I'm into used bikes. I'm gonna just answer this really quickly. Bro, I keep dating younger chicks that are not mature. And I'm telling you, bro, like back in the day when I used to hear men say this, like, oh man, like I can't date a girl that's 19. What can we talk about? I don't know if I'm getting old, but now I'm starting to agree with that. Like after you done humping, after the humping got old, and a lot of these younger girls, they don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know how to hump. Not that I want them to have a whole line of people to know how to hump. It's like a catch-22, right? Not like you want everyone to teach them how to smash before you. But I realized I don't know if I really want to train a girl how to be a freak. Like I kind of just show up as a freak, I guess. I don't know. But I know you got to go through a whole roster to become a freak.
You ain't dating for a long-term commitment, you know? That's why. I said you're not dating for long-term commitment. If you get the young girl, you're supposed to put her in position.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It's like it just doesn't feel genuine to me. And I know that sounds crazy. And the old me would smack the crap out of the new me, bro. Like, what you talking about? Like, you don't need no girl that ran to a bunch of guys, you know what I'm saying, to get her freak on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm just telling you my honest feelings. It just feels like, yeah, like if I'm going to teach a girl how to be a freak, then she got to be mature then at least. You know what I'm saying? Mature is sexy. You know what I'm saying? So please be mature, honestly. What else we got here? Ooh, hold on. I kind of put a comment in there and popped right out. Jack Morgan says, can't even save a bro, yet alone save a hoe.
Yeah, that's true
My
too.
man's rhyming. Yeah, I don't save bros. Yeah. All them lost boys, y'all niggas stay lost, man. Stay lost, nigga.
Teach your bros not to be Sims.
If you could. I never was able to. Mr. Smith said, not everything you find online is true. I lived it. I remember it. I know when the new term started being used. I don't know what new term he's talking about, but sure, that's fine. Artem says, "Oh yeah, less pixies, so you get the honor of being the one who settles for it." Yeah, that's yeah. I don't know. I'm conflicted, bro. And I won't lie though. I still changed my. I'm going to FaceTime with this girl tonight. She's 36, and I'm okay with that. Okay, she's
What?
36, and I'm
What?
okay. It wasn't, bro. Shape is evolving, bro. And you know what? I know YouTube. You can't grow up on YouTube, but goddamn it, I'm growing up, and I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? This girl seems mature, and I'm excited what the hell we could talk about on FaceTime. I'm just saying. Sasha, thank you for posting my comment. Shape. Yeah, bro, please. And I love that you guys are commenting. We need your comments to have this panel have a great thing, you know. So thank you, everybody commenting. I'm trying to get through your comments. I appreciate you. Mr. Mrs. said, I've dated older women before. They tend to have a lot of baggage. They may be more mature, but they tend to be traumatized. That's why I cannot fully suggest dating older women. All right, guys, let's talk about this one. This is a great comment. Mr. Mrs. on a roll usually.
Yeah.
This is a great comment. I'm gonna let the guys. The guys gonna take it first.
I want to comment first.
Huh?
Let me comment first.
Okay, go ahead. But yo, keep it short. Give me like 4 sentences so everyone can get a chance to speak.
Let me try this. So I have a 30-pound box of documents from DCFS. I was traumatized way before I even knew what being an adult was. Okay. There's a lot of women and men out here like that. But even because of our composition of being, male and female, we respond differently to trauma. Okay. That being said, it's not about the baggage. It's about whether you're willing to help carry it or not. And that goes for both of you at the end of the day. Okay? If she's not even willing to face the fact that she has baggage, then she's a lost cause at the beginning of the start of y'all even trying to talk.
True.
I mean, the truth is everyone has baggage, right? I mean, let's be real. Everyone has red flags, and you got to kind of pick and choose your battles. Okay, Myquetta, what's your thoughts?
I totally agree. Everybody has baggage. Everybody's been on several.
Well, don't go for my comment. Go for Mr. comment. He said women tend to have a lot of baggage. So he's saying not to date older women, and they tend to be traumatized. So is it true that they tend to have a lot of baggage and they're traumatized older women? That's the question.
Like I said, everybody has baggage. It's not just if they're older or younger. Everybody's.
So you say it's not true then? It's not true. Not just older women with the baggage.
No, it's not just older women.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, we've all been through something, and a lot of trauma starts at a young age. Whether it's in, I don't want to use words, but SA or whatever the case may be, but it is self accountability for you to recognize what you've been through and fix it. If you don't have that recognition of what you've been through, then maybe you shouldn't be dating either.
Okay. Doxxy and Alberto. Yeah, take it away, my brothers. What's your thoughts on this? As older women have a lot of baggage and they tend to be traumatized.
Yeah, it's
so
just
therefore you can't fully suggest dating older women.
I mean, you as the man, you just gotta vet like their experiences, if they had it when they was experiences when they're young or later on in life. I think that all kind of that will come out of someone depending on the age, but it's probably more experiences than the actual age thing. But yeah, like being traumatized and stuff. My mom was a single mom, but that didn't really mess her up as being a woman and dating, but other girls I've seen it do. So I'm not sure, it's different.
Mm-hmm. So would you date an older chick that had baggage? Oh, well, so do you think what's your thoughts? The older women tend to have baggage and are traumatized, so you wouldn't date them?
They could
or
be
you don't agree with
traumatized
that?
because they got fucking $100,000 in school debt. And I don't. And they looking at me. They're looking at me like, how am I succeeding without taking certain routes? It's not even stuff that like just say what you need then, because that's what it's going to be on your mind trying to pay off this debt. We in America, and that's what when I'm looking at these girls or talking to these girls and stuff, it's just that like how they going to survive. That's like basic biology, right? How they going to survive? So I just try to get straight to that. I ain't trying, all that other stuff. I could see right through all that other stuff. you know, because I live with a single parent mom, and I seen how she used to talk to men, and when that phone hung up, it was a whole different tone. You know, I know the games. You know, I seen them. So they ain't no one gonna get me wrapped up like that. You know.
So your mom turned you cold then, yo.
Yeah, but I'm saying, and I recognized a lot of traumatized girls that's been, you know, SA and stuff like that when I was like 16, 17. They're like, dang, how you know that? Because I can see through those kind of things just based off of how you acting around certain people or this or that. Right. You know, so it's all about experience out here, but it's about who you as a man want to give your you know, your manhood too. You know, so I think it's more in the man. Like you talking about dating younger girls or older girls, it's really gonna depend on what you want to give. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to make that choice as the man. You know what? Because you know what what you really truly can provide for the woman. The woman can't really do too much for a man. I don't think, as far as like, you know, making decisions.
The same thing they all do, yo.
Like,
but JJ, you know what I'm saying, and drama. That's you gonna get that from every girl you date, yo. She gonna give you some buns. You know what I'm saying? But she also gonna give you a headache.
There's definitely like,
go ahead. No, Doxxy, you finish. I thought you were done. Go ahead, finish it
off. I'm saying there's definitely like good single women, single parent women out here, or you know, if they got kids and stuff. It just depends on if the man's willing to take on that kind of responsibility, because it's gonna come. You know, that's all.
I'd rather date a single mom that's healed than a younger chick that's like traumatized. Personally, that's why everything's kind of on a case-to-case scenario. Because at the end of the day, I want my peace. Right. And if the peace got to be with you and your child, I'll take that over some crazy chick that's going to give attitude, cause drama, might get her brothers to try to fight me. Now I got to shoot them. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's on a case-to-case basis. Alberto, what's your thoughts, brother?
I mean, like, anyone at any age can have, like, you know, trauma and baggage. Me personally, I probably wouldn't date chicks with kids, but I'll give you an example of once that my ex-girlfriend, she used to have a lot of trauma from her other ex because like she kind of had trust issues. And I remember one time we were at like this bar and I actually ran into like this waitress that I went to high school with. And I just said, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And then my girl saw that and out loud, I shit you not, out loud in front of the whole bar, she was like, "Did you ever?" And I was like, "Yo, yo, 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 no, nothing like that."
And how old was she?
What's that?
And how old was she?
Same age as me.
Like what age at the time?
It was like, damn, because I told you I've been single for like 6 years now. 21.
So she was 6 years ago. You 21?
Yeah, that was when I was like 21. Yeah.
Exactly. And I know girls like that at 21. I can't get down with them, yo. Like I can't get down with that. That drama that you just said right there. I'd take a single mom over her bum ass. No offense, you know what I'm saying? But a girl y'all gonna get you killed, bro. You know what I'm saying? She gonna get you killed. Like I'd rather have my life. I'll be stepdaddy of the year before I have to deal with some bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you a good stepdaddy, this is how I look at it. If you a good stepdaddy and you know, and she a good single mom, she know your value. So she ain't really trying to, you know what I'm saying, lose your ass. A lot of these young girls, they walk around like they're gonna have chance after chance after chance. That's why I agree with Sasha when Sasha said, like, girls know there's slim pickings when you're older. So your older chick, she gonna be wanting to work with you. You know what I'm saying? She know that if y'all got problems, y'all gonna work it out. These young girls, there's problems, bro. They see the door fast. They're out, bro. And in dating, I feel like we gotta treat each other like family. We treat each other like we're adversaries, and it's just the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and everybody can have like you know, everyone can have baggage, whether if it's like from childhood experience or like negative experience or whatever.
Right.
You know, everyone has their like own type of baggage, you know.
Right.
I feel like these girls are gonna have some new age trauma. Like imagine having a bunch of celebrities hit up your DM and you ain't never got picked. And now you got to date regular dudes, or that didn't work out with this high value man or this guy. That I'm talking, these are going to be like some, you know, so that's kind of what's delaying them, you know, picking their man or whatever, because they still on this DM from like years ago thinking about where they fumbled that at, you know?
Yeah, and they think that's their new status. They think that's their new standard now. One NBA player means only NBA players.
Right.
Can I chime in on that?
Go ahead.
So like my opinion, like if girls have like high body counts, you know, I used to think that like, oh, that they must have a lot of trauma because they're so used to like, going from one person to the other. They have a hard time, building a companionship with one person, and they have a hard time staying with one person for a specific amount of time.
Okay.
Hmm.
You asked me if that's true. I don't know if it's true. I mean, listen, I've seen some girls.
What if you have like a high body count? Like that's if you have a high body count, does that like
No, I know some cool girls. I know there's one girl, one of the last girls I smashed. I know her body count. I'm embarrassed to say it's like over 30. You know what I'm saying? Almost our age.
Woo!
And yeah, yeah. I had a condom on. No, trust me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trust her that much. But she was cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? And wasn't for a few certain things we probably could date, and I know she wants to date at this point now. But yeah, I would say she's cool as hell. And I know a girl that has a lot less, like those things, those rules of thumbs about body count, this and that, they're not fast and true. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you could be traumatized with one sexual partner if you were like S8 or something. I know a girl that's S8 by her dad, and she didn't have that many body counts, but she just was so traumatized by it. Everybody was like the devil to her. Let's move on from this. So I got another comment here. My boy Jack Morgan says, "Sucks when your past problems affect your present experiences. I know it's life lessons and all, but it still sucks." Yeah, you guys are making your present pay for your past. Don't make your future pay for your past. Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna crawl through the rest of these comments if there's any. It doesn't seem like there's that many more. Wait, I think there's a few more. No, there's a lot more. Damn. All right, we're gonna try to skim through them and maybe talk about one more subject. And then, guys, I got my FaceTime with a 36-year-old chick. We gotta wrap it up. I'm just saying. But let's see. Everyone has bag. Let's see now. Let's see. Oh, Yoninah, you're in the chat too, huh? Talk with everybody. As you got like a million different names, girl. I don't know what to call you no more. But Yoninah is what you're going to be called. You know what I'm saying? That's just that. All right. So look, we have one more thing I think we need to talk about here. Okay, cool. Let me put this one. This is a good one for Mr. Mister. And then wrap it up here. Damn, why did it hop off? Okay, one more time. Good. He said, "I'm not perfect, but I'm leagues ahead of most people my age with trauma. I would absolutely go back to therapy still." So I guess a take from this is this. If you are leagues above somebody, would you date them? And anybody can start this. Y'all take it and let's wrap this up. If you're leagues ahead of somebody, would you date them? Damn.
I mean, yeah, if
everyone, no
I
one
mean,
wants.
if
Was this a political question? Nobody wants to answer. You know it's like, can't touch this one.
like if
My
someone's
chick is
in
watching.
your league or out of your league type of deal.
Yeah, so like, would you date someone that's way below? Like, you're too good for them. Would you date a girl or would you date a guy that you're too good for?
I would still date him. I mean, I was just like, in my opinion, like there's times where like I felt there's some chicks I dated where like, damn, she's out. I feel like she's out of my league, you know?
That's always a good feeling.
Yeah.
Unless you church yourself up and feel like you're not good enough. You don't want to feel that. You can feel like she's out of your leagues and looks, but you should always in your mind feel like you can handle her, in my opinion. All right, Doxxy, your thoughts. Would you date someone that you're out of their league, as they can't fuck with you really?
Sometimes it's a little rough, but like, I'm still gonna be friendly, whatever. I'm always down to have some fun, get to know someone. And then I just end up putting them in the friend category or something. It's all good, because I ain't trying to slow no one down if they don't think they're good enough for me type deal. That was people will be like, they'll be hung up on that for a minute,
No, that's a good point.
I didn't want people to be hung up like that and try to build someone up in that kind of aspect,
Yeah. Jack Morgan said, "What's the question?" The question is, would you date someone if you're out of their league? And Jack responded to them. Jack said, "I would if they were that special of a person." Yeah. So what would make them? Okay. So let's talk about that too. And then, ladies, you can answer that, and everyone can jump in. Would you date someone you're out of their league, but you felt like they were special? You know what I'm saying, or that special? So, Myquetta, you give it a shot.
I mean, like It was this one guy that I knew I was going to be out of his league. The chance, but it still didn't work out. But it was a good experience that I had, you know.
What made you out of his league?
I would say the age wise, and then status wise. Yeah, I would say.
Like you made more money?
Yeah, he was way more. Like he was like it was first time I've had anything like that, and it was kind of like scary too, because I'm looking at it like that's something I don't really go for, and I tried it, and it was kind of like I like it. I felt I wouldn't even say no. I did. I felt kind of like beneath him because it was kind of like how he presented himself too. But
Mm.
I don't know. It was a different experience for me. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
And what can make someone special, but you're out of the league? That's Jack said something that sounds nice, but is it true? Can you be out of someone's league, but they could be really that special?
I mean, you could because the guy that I like, he was pretty special, like personality wise, character, like he was dope.
Oh, so
He
you
really
can be
was.
special because you have a unique character,
Yeah,
personality. You can be fun. Okay, I got it. Okay.
like fun, like just really super dope. But it was just the dynamic. It just didn't work out.
Okay. Anyone else got a take on that?
Yeah, I love me some nerdy girls, you know what I'm saying? Some girls that hit the books. So yeah,
I'm with any girl that could communicate intellectually. You know, I'm with that. Like that,
right.
We could get down because then I get, be
some
rational.
of these
We're
girls,
rational men, so.
some of these girls are working so hard. It's like night and day compared to like IG thoughts, you know. So it's like,
bro,
so she just ain't got no attention. So like, if you just help her out a little bit, get her, make her feel a little more sexier or something, like, yeah, we can go. You know, that's all. I mean, girls like that all the time. They just gotta get a little more of their, sex appeal on. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Mr. said depends on what we are head on. If they're valuable in ways that I want them to be and need them to be. Yeah, I agree with that. Like I always feel like as a guy, we're gonna be ahead of a girl. Like I have my own place. I'll date a girl that doesn't have her own place. Even though I'm trying to lean against that. That's why I'm trying to talk to older girls because I want to date a girl that got her own place. Because it tends to be like if you don't live on your own, you don't know, you can't mature. You can't really be mature without living on your own. For men and women, it seems like that. The next level of maturity for people is living on your own. When you gotta pay for your own bills and your own toilet paper, that's when you really could be mature. You know what I'm saying? I had to grow up fast when I had to buy toilet paper. I used to be, when you live with your parents, toilet paper always in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't never thought about it. I mean,
Got
that's at
some
least
Fruity
my
Loops
house.
on the fridge.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I could be broke. I could, no matter how much money I had in my bank account, I had a place to sleep and possibly something to eat. But now living on my own, that ain't the case. Like I always got to be conscious about money. I got to be financially responsible, and I need a girl that could recognize that.
That's one thing for sure too. As long as they're like financially responsible, like because it's I met a couple of them where they're just like living paycheck to paycheck, or just blowing their money like going out and such, and they still had like a ton of like credit card debt. It's insane.
Yeah, it's the worst. The last girl I dated, we're not talking anymore. Her car lease was up, and she didn't know what she to do. I said, look, I told her options. Your options is to,
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
buy a car, like buy a used car cash, or finance the car you have. But she didn't want to do that. She wanted to lease it to go on to another lease to get a brand new car. Jack Morgan got his car payment videos. And she wanted to get another lease because she just wanted a nicer car. And it's like, but you don't got nicer car money, but she lives at home with mommy and daddy. So she could,
that's why I said
for her, she could absorb that because she don't got to pay rent, and it's hard, bro. It's hard communicating with people like that. Cause I had a bill, my car's paid off. And I had a bill, my car, I just had to do a repair on my car. It's $912. And I told him, like, yo, man, like I had the money. I told her, like, yo, like, older me, like living at home, even when I didn't have rent, I couldn't afford this. I'm living on my own and I could afford it. And I'm thankful. I'm annoyed by it, but I'm thankful. And I'm just like, yo, I was just annoyed, but I still could afford it. And she was like, what do you mean? Like, I was like, it's That's a lot of money. And she just looked like it didn't phase her. Like if I just told her like, the sun is outside, it was like nothing.
That's why I
No
say like,
sympathy.
Yeah, no, nothing like what? None. Do you got $912? Like it was like she made it seem like she had it the way she acted to it. Like,
Yeah, she like the internet, man.
yeah,
that's why I always say like, if you have beer money, then you probably can't afford the champagne lifestyle.
yeah, absolutely. I feel like the champagne lifestyle is only for people who could really like could really put money away, you know what I'm saying, to afford that champagne a few times over. If you can't afford it a few times over, it ain't worth it. Like you don't want to just like even when I live on my own now, I look at it like this. Like I don't want to just be able to afford my rent. I want to be able to afford it a few times over. So there's no way I can be late, or there's no way I'm gonna miss that rent payment, So it's kind of like that. Let's see what the comments is hitting for. Damn, man, I need to get a new laptop, man. This computer moving slow as cheeks.
For real.
Mr. Michigan had all the good comments. He said, leave thought therapy immediately. Jesus, what's thought therapy, man? I've never seen a thought therapist before. That would be nice, though. Hex says, I had a girl live with me in my 2-bedroom apartment in the city. She had an easy living rent free. Yeah, bro. Like, and I would only do that for a girl that could appreciate it. Like a girl that been paying her own rent. When she moving with you, she could appreciate that rent break. But if a girl been living with her family and she moving with you, it's like nothing changed. It was free with them, it's free with you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I be thinking older is the way for sometimes, for sure. Not I ain't gonna lie.
That's your whole thing now.
Bro, it's
you gotta let me know how it goes, man.
I'm gonna see, you know what I'm saying? I won't lie.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a risk with that because pregnancy and stuff, blah blah. Mr. Mitchell said, find someone who's an actual professional. That's not something any real professional will say to a patient. Wait, what are you guys are talking about? Something else. These comments, I be getting lost because I'm trying to catch up.
That was me. We're talking about childhood trauma and finding ways to treat it healthily, so that you can, put it away, to where you don't have to pull it out anymore, and go ahead and heal and continue on with life. And we were talking about therapy, and he was talking about how he was forced to go to therapy as a 16-year-old. And I was like, well, I've had therapy all my life, but the therapist didn't even know anything about complex post-traumatic stress disorder until like recently. And I wasn't diagnosed with that until I was about 28 years old. And he's like, yeah, real therapists, they really do help. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. But the therapist that I went to within the past 10 years that's in this town, she said, she told me to just forget about the trauma. And, it's like she's like thinking that it's like like a scary movie or something that I just watched, and I just need to put it out of my mind. But that's not how trauma really works. And that's why I said The Body Keeps Score is a really good book, because your 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 body, the reactions that you had when the trauma happens, it's like it's imprinted in the record keeping of your cells and your DNA. And that goes into something called epigenetics, which is how it's passed down to your offspring and different things like that. But that's a different story for another day. So basically, when I told him that, he was like, leave that professional, leave that therapist immediately. No professional will tell you that to their patient to just forget about the trauma. And I told him on that, and I have to wait until I move away from this area to even get any comprehensive therapeutic help. Because when I was saying this, that I need help and these things in this area, I was told that I shouldn't expect comprehensive help because this area isn't that big. So there's nobody here that will be able to, help treat my issues that are, bigger than small town issues. But it's like, how is that possible when it's like the same thing goes on here? Maybe not in the same, way or instance, but I'm sure the same person who was treating me after they saw me, I saw a no, no, nothing against white people. I saw a little white boy coming in to see her right after I saw her. You see what I'm saying? Is she telling that little white boy, just forget about your trauma, just like she told me? You
Mm.
know? So, yeah, that's, just some daily life I deal with living in a small town of 12,000 people.
Yeah, your town's smaller than my gym. My gym is a rich man's gym and has 14,000 people in it. I guess it's a big gym, Uh, we're gonna bring my boy Fitness Dan Daddy to the stage. We're gonna rock a little bit live for a little longer. What up, Dan? So the heck says, why live in an emotional state of feeling? If you got a person you wanted, you should be happy. People always second guess good things that ruins folks today. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, should you second guess something if you're happy with somebody? That's the question. Anybody can take it away from here. Damn. Don't rush so quickly to the stage, people.
Sorry. Hey, I wanted to say to the young lady about your trauma. You have to forgive your father and your mother. You can't be angry anymore. You have to let go of your anger. The therapist, they're not going to be able to help you. They're broken people themselves. They can't help you. It's a spiritual battle that you're dealing with inside of you, and you have to forgive the love that you can receive. It's through your parent, through your father especially. So you have to forgive and understand that you have to forgive and let go of all of that. But the therapist, they're gonna come up with special terms like all these intellectual things, but they have no idea what they're talking about. I promise you, they're super broken people. They should not be giving any advice to anyone, to be honest with you.
Damn, that was kind of deep. I do agree that we gotta forgive because I got trauma too. I never talk about my trauma, but my mom abandoned me when I was younger, and it hurt me for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Not having my mom. I don't know, Yoninah, your trauma, but I was just gonna kind of just piggyback on the idea that I had to forgive my mom and not take it personally that she didn't want me and that I wasn't good enough. A lot of people could take that route that something's wrong with you. And it was one of the best things I did. And I didn't even forgive her for her. I forgave her for me. That I didn't have any hidden anger. Because what it is that once I forgave her, I didn't lash out to the world anymore and project that to the world. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that the anger I had for her would materialize itself in my relationships with other people. So, you know what I'm saying? I would be lashing out at people. Like, I felt unappreciated by people because I didn't feel appreciated by my mom, And so that's kind of the weird thing. You got to kind of just like, yeah. And I can't really give full advice. I'll just tell you how I dealt with it. I had to like accept that even though my mom abandoned me as a kid, and that didn't spend any time with me. And even though I knew her, and we didn't have a close relationship, that it wasn't because something I did, that she might have had her shortcomings, and that we're all victims. You know what I'm saying? That she was a victim of maybe narcissism and being spoiled as a child. Her daddy spoiled her. She wasn't mature. My mom wasn't mature. She started having kids when she was really young, and she never really fully grew up, I felt like. So yeah, you definitely gotta forgive for yourself. But Yoninah, I know you probably want to respond. So what's your response to that?
Forgiveness is definitely a part of my healing. Definitely a part of my healing plan. And why did the train have to come by? Anyway, I hope y'all can hear me.
I get it.
Okay, so forgiveness is the main part of my healing plan because you can't heal without it. That's where I'm at. That's how I feel. Okay.
Mm.
So but it's not the only part of my healing plan. There are things that happen, it's, that are deeper than just my mother and my father. Because see, when I talk about this 30-pound box of documents, it's from me being in DCFS because of my father. My father would report to DCFS on my mother, and then they would take me from her and they put me with his family. And his side of the family is where all of the severe childhood trauma come from. The neglect. I dealt with starvation as a child. I dealt with different types of trauma with them as a child. And then from them, I moved on to a foster family, went through trauma with the foster family from the ages of 5 through 12. And then from that, they moved me back with my abusive aunt, my dad's sister, who abused me, and she was still the neglectful person that she was when I was a 3, 4-year-old child living there in that house with them. And then from that, I went to foster the group homes, and there I dealt with abuse there. So it's like a whole gambit of abuse from different areas and different like scenarios and settings that I'm working on healing from. So forgiveness is definitely core, but it's not the only step that I know I need to take.
Yeah, it's the same for everybody today because things are so broken that especially once you said the DCFS, once the institutions get involved, it just makes things so much worse. And they have no idea what they're doing, but your parents, it's just that they didn't know any better, and evil is very strong today, and it's trying, people, we don't, there's only so many humans that have values that try to that are successful in sharing with other people, and there's a lot more bad than there is good, unfortunately. But you can overcome this. You can forgive them, and you can take control of your life again, and you'll be reborn. You can leave. You wherever you are, you can move forward. You can build yourself. I promise you. People don't understand this so much anymore, but you might hear my accent. I've been lucky enough that I got to travel around the world, and I was lucky. I met a lot of different mentors who guided me and who made me understand things like this, But yeah, people are very broken, and once the institutions get involved, they're just gonna make things crazy because they have no idea. They're terrible people. But you have to forgive. You have to forgive your father, and then you have to, if you have any, your mother. There's no, the family is broken. All the families are broken. You can look around, it's everybody, but we have to overcome this so we can still have something good that we can keep, that we can go forward and have a great country still,
I think that's actually great advice. Is when I was going through my depression back in like 2018, one of the things that helped me get out of it, and it felt like a nightmare every morning, every day. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like I was in a slump, midlife crisis, didn't know what to do with myself. I read a book called Man's Search of Meaning by Viktor Frankl. And he was a man who survived the Holocaust, but unfortunately his whole family was killed, his wife, his children, his aunts, uncles, mothers. And he literally did burials and gas chambers for them and made gas chambers for them. And he still found a way to kind of triumphant through that experience. And he found a way to still be happy, even though he's living, like you could kind of say, the worst nightmare a person can live. And the whole point of it was he felt free because he chose his happiness. And that's kind of when I realized back then that happiness is a choice as well. That you could choose to be happy, right? That it's a power that no one could give to you. It's something that you got to decide for yourself. And when he said that to me, I really realized, like, you know what? You're right. I don't have to choose to sob and be hurt about this all day, every day, because I was hurting. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to do in my life. But so now I still look at that as like, yo, like I could decide that, you know what, even though all this bad stuff is happening to me and I'm not in the best place and life is miserable, I can say to myself, like, you know what? I still got a chance to live. I still got a chance to be. And that's enough. You know what I'm saying? That's enough. I don't need the perfect family. I don't need the perfect scenario. And so yeah, I don't know if that helps, but check that book out, though, Yoninah. I think it's a great book. It's called Man's Search of Meaning by Viktor Frankl. He taught me how to be happy after he survived the Holocaust with a lot less than all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
Well
you for
said.
that suggestion.
Huh?
I said thank you for that suggestion.
Yeah, see if it helps. You know, it's a good read, because especially when you can see someone that had a life a lot worse than ours. You know, sometimes we be feeling like we got the worst, like ain't everybody got it better than us. And it feels like that, right? It feels like, damn, like he got their mom and dad. I look at that too. Like, damn, why do I have to be the one born in a effed up situation? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it feels good to look at people that got it worse than us and see what they did. You know what I'm saying? They kind of to get ahead. Let me read some of these comments here.
I want to type one thing. You're gonna learn that you're gonna learn that what you actually have, you're gonna learn to appreciate it, and it's gonna be so amazing. You're gonna love it, you know, because we actually have so much, and we're so blessed, especially if you live in the United States. You don't know how much we actually have, you know, here, that you're gonna learn to appreciate it. You're gonna love your life.
Yeah. I want to read a few comments. Mr. Stuff, beginnings is for yourself, not for the other person. Absolutely. Because you let the anger out of your heart. You know, what did Martin Luther King say? Like, you know what I'm saying? Anger is too big of a burden to bear. It's one of those, you know what I'm saying? Hate and anger. I think he said hate is too big of a burden to bear. Yeah. It weighs on you. That's why when you see people mad and miserable, my dad used to tell me, like, thank yourself that you have a limited amount of exposure to them. That, you know, if someone with road rage or yelling, hey, they drop some racial slur, just be thankful that you don't gotta go to bed next to them every night. You know what I'm saying? These people are miserable, you know what I'm saying? They're ruining their families. Thank God you ain't part of that. Alberto says, my dad was an alcoholic and he was battling his own demons in life. I used to think that we were a burden to him, and in the background he was going through some trauma from the army. Yeah, it's real. You know what I'm saying? You never know what anyone's going through. You know, people, the one thing is true, Bear, we're all suffering. To live is to suffer, but to survive is to find meaning in that suffering. I really believe that. So find meaning in that suffering. You know, maybe you could help somebody else. Mr. said, true. My father is old. He lived in the first 30 years of his life in the Jim Crow South. He experienced and saw all the lynching, segregation, hate crimes, and all that. It deeply affected him. Yeah,
that's wild.
You know, yeah. Can you imagine? Like, we don't even. That's what I think we take for granted. We look at our trauma, and by the way, we all have trauma, right? And it all does weigh on us. But the minute we start looking at some of the things that our ancestors had to deal with, we're like, yo, man.
It's laughable.
Shit, we got it easy, you know what I'm saying? Because I still got Wi-Fi, you know what I'm saying, and high-speed internet, you know what I'm saying? These dudes, you know what I'm saying, had a lot less, you know? Alberto said, stream got deep. You love y'all. Yeah, for real, man. Love all y'all, man. Shout out to you. I appreciate this. You know what I'm saying? We're lucky that we could have this congregation today, get together and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Agent Crypto said, damn, we got a full house. Yeah, bro, you missed it. We had like 20 people up in here at one point. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate everybody. Like, subscribe. You feel me? Shout out to everybody. Jack Morgan says, Anne Frank. Yeah, imagine what Anne Frank went through. You know what I'm saying? Hiding from them boys, you know, and trying to come get her. You know, it's a terrible thing, you know. Mr. said, keep your mind open to new positive experiences. Don't ruin them trying to find a problem for every solution rather than the other way around. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got a few more. Doxxy Trash. It was all my father's odd jobs, old jobs. They never even called him by his name. They just referred to him as Ninja to his face and dared him to say something under threat of lynching. Like, can you imagine that? You know what I'm saying? Can you just imagine?
American
Right?
history is wild.
America History X for real. Jack says suffer the joy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, suffer the joy through joy. Heck says if every day was a sunny day, would you truly appreciate it? Gotta learn to dance in that rain, baby. Learn to appreciate the struggle. Yeah, the one thing I want to say about that really quickly, I had roommates for 15 months before I lived on my own. I got my own place now. And it was horrible. You know, these people had all their own issues and I had to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? They were suffering, alcoholics, this and that. And it's frustrating, bro. I wanted to really hurt some of them. One of my roommates, he really got under my skin and I really wanted to hurt him. But I realized he was just dragging me into his mess. You know what I'm saying? I told myself that day, that on those days, I was like, you know what? No matter what happens, I got to take the batteries out of the remote. And what that means is they could try to push your buttons, but nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you got to treat life. Like you got to be like rubber, not a sponge. You got to let people bounce off you and deflect them instead of absorb them. A lot of people have this negative energy. We absorb it, you know. But anyway, that bad experience, I'm thankful for it because now that I live on my own for the last like 25 months, I could truly appreciate peace. Like coming home to an apartment that's empty and no one's there and looks exactly the same way I left it. When you have roommates, you come back, you don't know what you're going to come home to. It's chaos. You know, their friends over smoking, drinking, partying, someone in the bathroom taking a shower, taking a poop. You need to use the bathroom. I had to piss in Gatorade bottles because I was holding my pee for so long. Someone run up all the hot water, you know what I'm saying? Run out all the hot water. But now, you know what I'm saying? I got a toilet. I don't got to share with nobody. I got piss and shit all day, right? Whenever I want. I can shower whenever I want. You know what I'm saying? So I could appreciate it now because I remember not having that. You know, so anyone else can relate to that and having, you know, a bad experience that led you to appreciate a good experience?
Yeah, all of my life it's been a challenge, you know, and I used to be very bitter about it. I was very upset and angry. And then I realized everything that I went through, and trust me, I've been through a lot. I've been fighting against cults, against the New York City government, the New York City public schools, special education. They have seen horrible things. I've met horrible, evil people, but you know what? Everything that I went through was for a reason, and it's made me a much more resilient and stronger person, you know, and I love the journey I've had, and I love my life, you know. I know that all of the challenges that you go through, it's going to make you better.
Anyone else had to have tragedy before triumph? Okay. All right. Well, maybe this is your tragedy now. And then one of my favorite sayings is, you know what I'm saying? Right before something great happens, everything all falls apart. So if you're in that part where everything's falling apart, just know something great is on the horizon because it can't rain every day, all day, unless you're in London. You know what I'm saying? It just can't rain all day, every day. So the sun got to come up. You know what I'm saying? April showers bring what? You know what I'm saying? April showers. Okay. You feel me? Like, it going to rain now, but we about to see some, you know what I'm saying? Some roses and shit. You know?
Yeah.
Some lilies. We'll just right here. Project Pat said, gotta take the good with the bad, smile with the sad, love what you and remember what you had. Yeah. Love what you got, remember what you had. Damn, Alberto, you listen to Project Pat, bro? What's 3-6?
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, I mean, I love old school rap, man.
666, double fisting over here.
Yeah, bro. I still got like my rap CDs too.
Well, you got the CDs. Yo, damn, people don't got those no more. All right, guys, let's unwind here, man. You know, this has been a great live, man. I let it run out. You know, I don't miss my FaceTime call with that girl, 36-year-old chick, whatever. I'm doing my job. It's all good. She could friggin' wait.
You need to get off these apps.
Huh?
You need to get off these apps.
Bro, if I'm not on Hinge, I don't know how I'm gonna find me a black queen. You know what I'm saying? I work in an all white area, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you the truth. You know, and I don't mind a white queen. You know what I'm saying? But I don't tend to appeal to the white queens. You know, I know a lot of people think black guys get all the white girls. Not my experience. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I ain't something that's hard to look at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking from an above average standpoint. Anyway. Guys, let's end the live with something positive, a positive note, one by one. Let's say something positive. I'm gonna let Fitness Dani. He gonna go last because he just been the most positive person today. So how about Alberto? You go first. Something positive to take the live with.
I just look forward to another day. You know, set some goals that you can achieve, and basically just keep your head up.
Okay.
Because I mean, it could be worse.
Facts. Yoninah. Positive.
Well, at least we can still breathe oxygen.
Breathing. You're above ground. You're not below. Yeah, because can you imagine drowning? It sounds like a terrible death. Myquetta.
Trying something new. Like I said, this is my first time doing a live, and it's pretty great. Got to
Yeah,
talk.
how was this for first live to join, right?
It was.
Damn, what a good live to hop on for the first one. Yeah, we popped your live cherry.
Oh God,
There's blood everywhere.
Conversations went everywhere.
Somebody quick, get a rag. I'm glad you joined Doxxy. Give us some positive.
Get out there, get some exercise in. It's about to be summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Try to join some bike runs, do a marathon. Yeah, like she said, do some new experiences, but definitely get some traveling in. And that's all really, a lot of people going through a lot of stress out there in the world. So yeah, definitely no complaining.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish my live with I'm gonna finish my part and I'm gonna let Dani, he gonna finish the sermon. I just want to thank Jack. He donated $1, man. Appreciate you, my brother. And thank you. I'm gonna finish the positive where you could do something positive like my brother Jack, helping out people in need and make real change in the world. I know we think that these lives are for fun and games, but you guys know that I got a voice, I got an audience, and this helps us get the word out there, and we can help a lot more people with having these conversations. People will watch this on a replay, and maybe it'll make their day brighter. So thank you guys for just being positive. I just want to say I'm grateful for you guys, grateful for my community, and I have people like you that could bring together. Fitness Daddy, you take it out, man. Take us out.
Well, try to do good for yourself. Try to do good for the world. Have some self-love, invest in yourself, and don't get discouraged by everything that's going on. Don't get caught up in all of that. Focus on yourself. Don't get caught up in anybody's anger or any of the nonsense turn off the TV, in fact. Just focus on learning, focus on your well-being, your fitness, all of that. It's very important that you have love for yourself, that you love yourself enough to do all that.
Absolutely. Yo, man, you guys, it's been great. Our next live is on Tuesday at 9, Thursday at 9. Everybody, y'all all welcome back. It's been an incredible conversation, man. And please watch us on the live streams. Go if you got friends and family, show them what y'all talked about, that you had a good chat, good discussion. Maybe they could benefit from it. I appreciate everybody. I'll see you guys Tuesday if y'all want to join the live again. That's 9. And Thursday at 9. And check out some of my videos that's coming out this week, man. We got some heat coming this week. Legit. I appreciate you all, y'all. Y'all be safe. Enjoy y'all weekend. See you till next time.
Peace.